Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 10 playoff action. I am joined tonight by a very special guest. It's middle lane player extraordinaire, the most feared puckin' lads, BreezyR. How are you in this fine evening?
Oh, doing pretty good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well because I love me some casting. And tonight, we have two very interesting teams. On the dire side, it's a group of... It's not standing tonight, but still, it's a group of long-term, tenured lads players playing with a very strong Hive Mark core, here to take on the two-time defending lads champions, Nebula, aka Frostfire Sims, aka Bing Chiling, aka Miss Who's Piss-Eyed Sippy. So it's going to be a real great time here.
Oh, they have Marshall. I didn't even notice that.
He's been there, it's one of those things where I've had the ship of Theseus analogy all season. It's like, alright, how many 7 KMR players can replace a 5 KMR players and still be good? And Marshall is chapter 2 of replacing the good players with 5 KMR players.
Oh, this team gets Jinx, Ultra Gunner, Filski. This looks interesting. This looks a good game.
Yeah, it should be, it's a lot of really good players here. The only difference is there's a stand-in tonight. CB standing in for Nephilim. That's the one player who's missing tonight.
Well, how do you feel about this new Tiny hero that he has like a flat attack speed reduction now, or a percentage-based reduction now?
I think it's fine for support Tiny, isn't it?
Yeah, playing a carry is kind of rough now.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe probably mid still to an extent fine as well at the like the Ag script build, but carry Tiny's probably dead.
Looks like Undying, Ever Spirit, or start on Radiant. There's that strong right now to be first pick worthy.
This Undying hero, I've played against it, I've casted it, it seems really, really good right now.
Oh yeah, Undying seems really good, but I was talking about the Ember Spirit.
I'd say it's a hero that Camel enjoys. It's a hero that he is very comfortable playing, and if it's not picked in the first phase, it'll get banned out 100%. So I guess Boldex is securing his mid laner's game nice and early. Like, alright, I'm going to secure the hero he wants right now. And speaking of heroes being secured, it's the Filski Vena.
Oh, have you seen his new shard?
Oh, I think it seems pretty good to me. I don't know. I remember reading it. I was a little bit shocked about it.
If you BKB to the spell, it stuns you to BKB.
That's just crazy. Because usually you play against Veno and you buy a BKB 100% of the time, but well, you still need to buy it. It's just now worse.
Yeah.
I'm actually interested to see what we end up seeing in terms of the mid lane answer to this Ember, because if you're a mid lane player, what would you want to select if you want to just beat down an Ember player here?
Primal Beast.
That's one of those heroes. I mean, it's just recently got added to Captain's Mind. I know you were playing it in your playoff series. Is it like the top of the meta mid right now?
I haven't seen anyone else play it but me.
You actually might be right. Actually, I'm not sure if it's anyone play it but you, but I guess it's like 3-year games playing it, so it's fresh in my mind.
It just has so much gank potential. And right now, I feel like the meta shifted from like farming mids to like lane dominators and ganking heroes, like co-op and stuff like that. Instead of like this farming meta where you pick like Lena and stuff like that. Ugh. I'm kind of glad though.
We live in the post-small camp world. Now, if you can't win the mid lane, there is no retreating to the small camp. There is only sadness or ganking. I guess ganking would be the more exciting option of the two. Rather than, I guess, crying in a corner at the hard camp that you can't clear the whole fort.
Rubik ban.
I mean,
Acid Rain.
It's the Acid Rain Classic. I'm surprised it actually was banned this late, because I know a number of teams this season have banned it out first phase, but I guess it's just too many bans, Like, the Wyvern's good, the Enigma's good, just too many bans.
I only got to play Puck 2 times my entire season.
Feels bad, man. Miguel's 2-0?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what? I mean, there's a lot of really good heroes being banned right now. That's a good Batrider ban, I think. I
Yeah.
would not want to face up against the Sev Batrider in a playoff series like this.
Dire team pick. Mirana.
I mean, you don't see
Cool.
Acid Rain play it that much, but again, it's definitely a prototypical Acid Rain hero to play 4. It's a very greedy 4 hero. Has a lot of high skill potential, so you know, it makes a lot of sense here. Pretty smart
Yeah,
pick.
Rana's pretty sick. Hopefully they get more settled for it though.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, they have a lot of slow with Undying and the Ember Spirit chains.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm sure we're in for an actual stunner off lane for once and not like Furion for Marshall. Hopefully.
Marshall was a avid Primal Beast user. He might pick that.
Dire team pick. Face the light.
Well, Dawnbreaker's still here.
Yep.
Despite the many nerfs, she's still here.
That's a good pick. They banned Wyvern already.
Actually, a little bit concerned for this Radiant team's lane. Are you concerned as well, or is it just me?
5
About their
seconds
laning?
remaining.
I think they're like, I'm looking at these dire heroes and like, man, these dire heroes do a lot of damage.
It's they do a lot of damage, but it's normal. Well, 2 of them are over time. Tiny's the one that has like massive burst. Dawn, I'm pretty sure is going to be a support. And Tiny has to like farm to get Blink at least. But most people try to get an Echo Saber before then. So I think they'll have more map control with Ember Spirit running around with Mirana.
An Omni Knight selection as well. This is a
10 seconds
gonna be a
remaining.
very interesting laning phase. It seems like Dire is going to want to run constantly at these Radiant heroes. And the question then becomes, okay, are we able to counter Dire constantly running at us, throwing out avalanches, hammers of purity, celestial hammers from Dawnbreaker? Apparently, Filski is upset that Marshall removed him from Steam, even though he didn't. He got hacked. Just, I remember that one happening. It's not the first time the lad's player's gotten hacked. I know it happened in Nier a few years back as well, so it wouldn't be the first time. Apparently, Filski was not in the loop.
Ooh, Lifestealer, that's a good hero.
Yeah, they even buffed him in that. I'm a little surprised they buffed Lifestealer in the 7.32B patch, but apparently Ice Frog just wants Lifestealer to be good, and suddenly he's pretty good.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't realize how good his shard was until I bought it a while ago. Or I dropped from Roshan, I think it was. I can't remember. But did you know it spreads? Like open wounds?
It spreads now?
Open wounds spreads to like a random target.
Jeez. I knew the damage numbers were already pretty high on that one. Like, I remember it was like comparable in damage per hit the Bloodseeker shard, but it spreads now too?
Yeah, it spreads to a random target.
Huh.
And then it can keep spreading too.
That's a lot of damage.
Open wounds doesn't do damage, it's just the Giga Slow and the Giga Lifesteal.
Isn't it the percentage damage on hits as well? The ones?
That's Feast.
I thought they also had a percent. I mean, at least in the past, like 7.31, they had the component of that as well. They had a percentage damage on hits. They might have removed it.
Oh, I still did. It's still 2%.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a lot of damage per hit as well in the open wound. So if it's spreading and it's a slow and it's a damage, that's a lot of impact right there.
Yeah, it's 700 cast range, 800 radius to spread. Or is it the other way around? Both are still really good.
I was the one player in the world who was playing 7.31 Lifestealer, so I'm like, I remember buying the shard a lot of times. This is a lot of damage. You throw in the percentage damage from Feast, the percentage damage from the open wound shard, and it's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
In this game as well, it's going to pair well with the Mirana. I mean, it's a hero who has a lot of attack speed with leaps, but doesn't necessarily buy a lot of damage from 4. But now with the open wound shard percentage-based damage, it's like, oh, suddenly we're good to go. We can just burst down one of these heroes, perhaps. But of course, there will be a lot of save this game. And look at these this dire counterplay. You have the Dawnbreaker's Lord Guardian. You have Omni Knight's everything. You have Sven Warcry. There's a lot of counterplay potential here.
That is a lot of armor. Guardian Angel. Sen's going to get shard eventually. Devotion Aura is powerful. I really think they're going to get Primal Beast. I think they just need something to run in there and just stun everything.
Alternatively, as well, I know Marshall's a fan of the Mars, but oh, Mars is banned. Never mind. I was gonna say Mars, but Mars, Timbersaw both banned. Both heroes he might want if they were not banned. There's
Could
some
also be-
interesting stuff in the all chat. Look at this all. This is some interesting all chat right now.
Yeah, I try to ignore that.
I try to keep it open as long as I can until it starts like blocking information. Cause it's just some real degenerate stuff right now.
Sand King could be a really good option for them too. Gives them nice infest bomb, or another target for infest bomb.
How is the Sand King into like Sven Omniland?
I think you just trade farm very well, and it forces Sven to just go jungle with the lifesteal item. Actually, he probably doesn't have to leave lane because of Omni, but Sand King will definitely get farm out of it.
Whoa there, that's a Shadow Demon, which means perhaps an Undying Core here.
Okay.
That'll be the Undying Core for Marshall. That changes everything.
Shadow Demon is a crazy hero right now. It's good against Sven. It's good against Omni. And then eventually, when Bulldogs get shard, he'll purge off most of the Venom stuff. The only thing is it's going to cause an instant stun if Venom gets a shard as well.
It's one of those heroes that's a classic pairing with the Mirana as well. I mean, historically, a very common pairing for the Arrow setup. So you mentioned you wanted some setup for the Arrow, and suddenly you have it with an SD smoke gank, or say both heroes going on the mid lane. There's a lot of potential disruption into Arrow play there for this Radiant side combo here. That's not even mentioning the chain setup. I wouldn't be too shocked if Camel gets some points in chains. I'll set up Arrow here early.
I think you do get points and chains now earlier.
Really?
There's no small camp to farm. You kind of just have to actually have tempo as the mid laner now.
I'm not used to that. It's been so many years of just, hey, things go wrong, hit the small camp. It's only like 62 gold to hit the small camp. And now it's alright. Be useful. Back in my day, we used to have to do that all the time, but it's been a number of years since we didn't have to be useful early on.
I owe it all to me.
I do think Dire's draft is a bit slow, but they do have ways like to protect a lot of dives. Yeah, they're going to take a while to like, get online.
I agree. I think because of that, I like this Radiant draft better. I think these Bulldogs teams do a very good job of just capitalizing on their timings, being active early on, and I see a number of these games where Camels has like 15 plus kills on Ember and pops off, so I think Radiant's gonna win this one.
Yeah, I feel like they will too. Let's see.
I'm curious what Marshall buys on the off-lane farming Undying. I'm seeing Echo Saber and Quick Buy, which is... Oh, never mind, he's removed it.
30 seconds.
He's going to get Echo Saber. It's Sinders as well with the shard.
So that's one of those things, you go Salve, Bracer, Brown Boots, Echo Saber straight up. That's a lot of tips, holy hell. That's
I
a
can't
lot
tip.
of tips. And you can't tip, but they're throwing out a lot of tips right now.
Yes. There's some cool new little items to use.
Battle begins.
Okay, so they're actually moving Sven to the bottom lane against the Lifestealer.
Interesting. Guess he's just dodging this Undying lane, doesn't want his strength constantly stolen. I mean, this decay thing is... It's pretty obnoxious with the changes.
It works out because Venom can't do that much against Lifesteal either.
Question of the day now is, do Nebula go for their swap? They see, alright, these lanes aren't as good anymore. Do we suddenly try to just get this?
He actually hit the range creep in the middle of the wave.
Huh. Wasn't watching the arrow, but... I mean, Filski has put in the all chat his thoughts. He's calling him a hacker right now. I guess it isn't that uncommon in Vlad seeing all chat of that style, but usually you don't see Hacker at minute 0. Ay. Mid lane, Amber Dawnbreaker, you're the mid player. Break it down for me.
Ember should win this hands down. You can dodge stun very, very easily. You can't really break Flame Guard either, especially with like the buffs that Ember got. It makes it a lot easier at level 6 to just all in people. Like you can't triple in it anymore, but it's so much less mana.
Huh. You're right, it is. That's a 50 reduction. I didn't think about it. That's a massive change.
It's also with this Flame Guard being mana reduction as well, so you can just spam it more often.
First Blood top lane, I have missed it. First Blood I've missed in a few months, I think, but might be. First Blood there as I'm dying, running down Jinx's support Tiny in the top lane.
I distract you with mana cost.
I was looking at thumbnails, doing some math. I can't blame you, though. You know, I'm distracted all the time. If, like, Neff can't distract me, then there's no way you should be able to distract me, you know?
Fair enough. Well, looks like Marshall's just dragging the camp behind his tower. And he's going to get the range creep.
Yeah, nice range creep deny. Oh, there. He actually didn't need to deny it, technically, because, you know, there's nobody in range for the XP, but he's sending a message. And you mentioned the stun dodging mid lane. Camel easily dodged that Sev stun. Again, with 3 creeps and a hero in lane, it's a large window to dodge that Starbreaker stun.
Yeah. Interesting. He's actually going to go Corrosion against this. I thought he would just go straight Maelstrom.
I mean, yes, Adam, he wants to be a little more active, say, Phase plus Womp plus Corrosion. Allows him to be more active early on versus straight Maelstrom Rush. I have not been looking at bottom lane.
It's
Bottom lane's not that interesting, eh? I guess we're seeing a banishment on Sven, but again, to very little effect, other than a slight bit of damage.
Yeah, Omni walks up, hammers him every now and then, you know.
Still a 2 for you. I'm a little concerned for Acid Rain's life, but he'll find a way out, I'm sure. Avalanche? Never mind, he's just dead. This is a good. I guess the reason why I was concerned. The Tombstone is job. Dire will hit it. And it is denied by Marshall, but again, a Tombstone deny plus a hero dying on your side for nothing in exchange is good for the Dire. So Breezy, I'm curious, what's your plans for next season of Lads here?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far.
You gonna run it back with similar guys? Gonna play a Quran again? What's the plan here?
I want to play with Quran again.
Another season with Quran?
It's my boy, man. I can't just leave him.
That's fair. This would be, what, like now 4 seasons in a row of Quran?
Bro, not in a row.
That's fair, yeah. It would be the 3rd in a row, because you played on the, before Riley Feed, it was the Apes Imps team, correct?
Yeah. And then it was, with Wage.
That was, what, like season 5 or so?
I think so. But it was a 4 Protect 1 meta.
Well, top lane, speaking of dying on that... Oh, he's denied!
What?
Good deny from Marshall. Mid lane, currently it is Sev slightly ahead in XP. Both mid laners are going to have their 6 very, very soon. That's when the fun begins. Wouldn't be too shocked if supports rotate towards the mid lane for that minute 6 rune, and that's when the fun begins this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tiny. Omni's not gonna really do much though. But Mirana. Hopefully the rune's bottom for Radiant.
I have a message, by the way, from a man we were talking about, Karan. And I quote, "Can you ask Breezy to speak with some backbone?"
I see.
It's very convenient timing, it really is. You were just talking about Karan.
It's not my fault, man. My voice is just quiet.
And what can you do? Yeah, I know what you can do. You can just force yourself to be louder. That's what I did. I just forced myself to do it. Yeah, I'm
No,
naturally a very soft-spoken dude, but sometimes
no,
you just force yourself.
So this mic is just relatively quieter. Oh,
That's what can you do as well. Both on the arrow and the mic, and the rune for that matter. Everything's a what can you do right now.
Let's see. Is anyone going to get aggressive wards now? Past 6 minutes? Bulljack's is rotating top.
We're seeing him perhaps pairing together with Acid Rain. Of course, it is Disruption into Arrow. Only a 3.2 second stun. That's... I shouldn't say only. It's a pretty long stun, actually.
It's long enough. He'll get like a couple Tombstone zombies on him as well.
Dire's middle tower.
This ward, though. This ward spots out everything. He's Acid Rain's positioning, and if Bulljax does walk through the Tri-Camp up to this area, it will be under ward vision. For now, though, it is stacking gameplay. There is no Sven on your team, but again, Lifestealer, I guess, can farm some stacks at a somewhat decent level, as can, I guess, Ember. I guess the one important thing would just be ensure Dire does not see the stack, because Sven can clear that stack a lot better than the Radiant can. Top lane, Filski will eventually die, but Dire want vengeance. Disruption will delay the death of the Undying with the Avalanche. It is inevitable. 1-for-1 trade. In comes, I believe that is a Omni Knights. It is. Still a 3v2 fight. Acid Rain on the run has 2 leaps. Will use 1. Seb goes in, does not slow. And it will end up being a 1-for-1 offlaner for offlaner exchange.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You want Camel Farmer? It's just farming mid.
It's in the name. Camel.
Pressure
Armor.
in the tower. Dawn doesn't have mana or TP. Well, he does have TP, but he doesn't have any health to go back.
Oh, Camel gets the rune as well. That's a nice haste rune to have this game. A lot of very juicy targets to run it. We are seeing towers begin to get attacked. Top lane is the main area of it. We're seeing Undying setting up, but there is no siege unit quite yet, and there still is a Filski on the defense, so I guess the tower will survive for now. Bulljax and Acid Rain are playing together right now in the Dire side jungle, but again, seems like Jinx seems to be aware of what's going on. He's going to step away, but Bulljax is getting very aggressive, wants to go on Filski. They're even bringing in the Ember, but so far there is no stuns connecting on these Dire side heroes.
Yeah, they want this tower. Dragging it to the small camp. He's got a Tombstone behind the tower as well.
On the floor, spots out Filski, Jinx will avalanche on 2, and CB will attempt to keep the Tiny alive. She kills Bulljax immediately. The trade will be for Filski, however, unless Seth can save him, and he will not be able to do so. However, he has stunned the Undying. Undying is half HP. Camel will haste and begin to walk away. Dire focused Tombstone. Jinx is low. Acid Rain jumps in, looking for damage on the Tiny. The Tiny will fall for the Sleight of Fist. Now it's a 2-for-1 trade in Radiant's favor. Marshall is still man-fighting, hitting Sev. Sev gets healed by CB. Arrow hits the Omni. A perfect arrow from the east side of the fight, and now it's Acid Rain TPing away as Sleight of Fist kills CB. Now 3-for-1 in Radiant's favor. Marshall is still man-fighting. He's running out of mana, and Dire are responding into the fight. Filski will fill Sev's bottle. Marshall cannot TP away. He has fallen to the Starbreaker of Sev. That is a 3-for-2. It is still not over. Camel is still using the Sleight of Fist, but Sev again has more bottle charges. He'll hammer in, slowing Camel. Camel will attempt the man-fight. Bulljax responding into the fight. Starbreaker will not stun. Acid Rain dies, but a trade is for Sev. Now a 4-for-3 in Radiant's favor, and it's still not done. However, we will be on a break from this pause. He's blaming me. It's a very awkward pause. Any thoughts?
I lost it when I saw that.
Oh, we're back. We're back into the fight. Back into the mode again. Banishment is ending now on Jinx. Jinx has Avalanche. We'll hit it on Bulljax. Bulljax will get tossed up in the air. Camel will TP away. And when Bulljax dies, that will turn into a 4-for-4 trade. A relatively even trade. Dire defended their top T1 tower, but in exchange, we are seeing free farm on the Lifestealer and the Sven.
And Sven just cleared an ancient stack with his ultimate. Now he's gonna catch the mid wave.
He is red right now. Very, very angry man.
I can't wait to get the rune again, so they're probably gonna be able to keep making plays, keep forcing stuff.
Maybe he'll like oh, he's going invis right now. It's a bold play. I think Dire saw him go invis in this ward though. And he'll immediately use the invis. Never mind. What's your thoughts on the Fume build here? He's going for the Armlet into Deso, a very active build. No Midas, no Maelstrom. What's your thoughts on that one?
I think that's good. They have a scaling mid. Undying scales pretty well now with the Echo Saber Shard build. Mirana scales pretty well. Shadow Demon's a good counter this game. Like, I think they just want to take the fight before the Sven gets even bigger. I think pacing of the game is very important.
Speaking of Sven, the arrow will be well off the mark, but there will be a banishment. But not quite in range, actually. Smoke and Moonlight Shadow were committed, and they still could not connect. An unfortunate outcome there for the Radiants. The Altar Gunner is in a moderate degree of danger, but not enough to die. However,
The WoW can save them.
classic Dota 2 sometimes.
Just hurricane them away.
Sometimes the game just really wants you to win. That's how you know. Ice Frog himself wants you to win this Dota series. Wait, okay. If you use this God Strength and you're not in like camera range, I think the camera still flashes now for casters. I saw like a bit of a visual flash there. Meanwhile, we're seeing Boldass get flashed down at the edge of the Dire side jungle. However, he's not dead quite yet. CB goes in, cannot get the kill there. Now he'll get the kill on Jinx. Sev will Solar Guardian in. Jinx will, I believe, get forced to the high ground by Filski, and now Radiant are on the low ground. Guardian Angel has been activated. Arrow will hit nobody, and Sev will run towards Acid Rain. He's tanking the Filski damage, and he will die to the Filski damage, but only to a neutral creep. So 2 heroes in Radiant die, 1 to neutrals. Dire win the fight, but it could have been a lot better there.
But now they can just go again. Those are 2 long cooldowns. 3 long cooldowns, actually. Guardian Angels use, Solar Guardian used, and Poison Nova.
Do you see that icon for Poison Nova? That is one really weird-looking icon now. It's like a Keen Optic on steroids. It's the icon for Poison Nova for this cosmetic. I don't like it. I really do not like it, Filski. We're looking at some big items being purchased. Sven, he is currently the big winner of this sort of gameplay going on. He's got Echo plus Mask of Madness. He is a man ready to farm. And on the flip side, we are seeing Echo almost done on Marshall. He is about 170 gold away, but again, I think Sven is very happy with the game state right now.
For now, I think, yeah. Fume will start going to fight soon. He's very close to his Deso.
Yeah, about 1,500 gold away, and maybe at that point, you mentioned earlier, infest the Ember. At that point, then we see these 5v4 fights, and if Sven will not be a BKB quite yet, and that would be the time where Radiant can take momentum.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This Venom pick, they've held this tower for so long because of it.
Place up wards, everything's fine. And they can't even go to Lemona Tower either, because if they do, then Filski is TP's in anyways. He TP'd to mid or bottom. There's no siege against Filski right now.
I still is keep open farm. He's only 300 gold behind. I think it's the Sven.
That's pretty impressive, actually. Sven is a lot better at farming than a Lifestealer. Speaking of big items, Maelstrom is now finished on Camel Farmer, and we're about to see a Blink Dagger finished on Jinx. Speaking of Jinx, he's being run out bottom lane by Marshall and Fume. Arrow from Acid Rain will be off the mark. Jinx again will walk away, just 200 gold from his blink, and now it will be quite soon if he doesn't die right now. Radiant, I believe, saw him on the ward. I see him right now a little bit under that tower. But again, a very hard kill. 1.2k HP, 13 armor under this tower. A long dive to make, and I believe, again, the arrow may have given vision on Jinx. He's a tough man to go on.
I do like this. They're now pressuring this tower instead of the one where Venom is. At least they're getting something. Possibly take their triangle from it too.
When you bring up Filsky's cell phone, like, ring, 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 bottom tower defense squad, please arrive, save our tower. He is not leaving top lane. Top lane is his zone right now. Bot 2-1, now dead. I could finally draw my box set in my X. Great success.
Dawnbreaker as a DD, that's kind of scary.
Wait a minute. Okay, do you not see the ultimate icon for Shadow Demon on the top of your screen? I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I feel like it should be there. Yes, ultimate skilled. It's ready to be used, but it's just not there.
There's a lot of weird bugs happening. I can't hear Night Stalker ultimate anymore.
That's really weird, actually.
Like, unless I'm like looking directly at him, but
That's one of those scary things, too, where you, especially when it's nighttime, you want to know that man's running at you. Speaking of running, Blink stun on the left side of the mid lane. He's incredibly low, he's incredibly dead. A great pickoff for the side of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. They head to Bulljax. He's slowed by Gale. He will die in the end of this fight. They're already 2 kills now for the Dire, and they want one more. They see Marshall. A hard man to go on, and they see a blink under tower for the Camel Farmer. Ember Spirit, Stormbolt hits Almirana. Ultra is low on HP. Dire needs to save this man right now. CV will heal. Solar Guardian on the floor. Camel is dead. Bullets buys back. Marshall is trying to beat the fight, but he cannot fight. He's brought down easily, and now it's Shadow Demon on the run. Arrow will stun Filsky, but it will not matter. It's a 5v2 right now. Bulljax will die back. A disastrous fight for the Radiant side. And, well, probably this game is a lot better for the Dire than it looked a few minutes ago. This is real good.
it's a greedy little team. I guess it's not. I don't know if you saw it, but Dawnbreaker just 2-shot the Ember with the Starbreaker with DD.
I figured between the Starbreaker, DD, and all the other damage, it just he died in less than a second there. It was real bad for Radiance.
But they're gonna get this tower. They had nothing to fight with.
They have Filsky. Kind of. I guess Radiant gets something, get that tower as you mentioned, but that's still not a good situation. That's a lot of heroes to lose there.
I trust everyone was out of sight.
Trade 5 heroes for a tower. Actually, I think it was 6 because Bulljax bought back and died.
I think it was 5 deaths though. And I don't think it was all 6 deaths. Because Miranda didn't die there, did she? Yeah, Acid Rain never died, so it's a 5 for 0 with Bulljax dying twice. Still a little shocked that Acid Rain didn't die, but I guess Dire prioritized the higher value kills. Here we go again. Dire group is 4 mid lane. Arrow. Oh my god! Acid Rain, you are dead. You were saying?
Omni was able to get that ward when they killed all 5. Or killed 4. That ward helped them get that tower. They knew where his Acid Rain was.
One of those things too, where at that point, I'm looking at the Dire vision. I think it barely clips where he was. So at that point, there's no way out other than being 3-shot by Sven. The tower bottom is dead as well. Dire are going to attempt the kill on Ember. Ember has 2 remnants, but no BKB. Blink, Stormbolts. Starbreaker remains on cooldown. Arrow will hit the Dawnbreaker. Sven runs forward. Chains only on 1, but in comes Jinx with his blink, demolishing the Ember. Acid again will die. Bulljax is trying to fight, but it may just be futile. Seth will Solar Guardian to stun the Shadow Demon, and currently it is that 5v2. The Tombstone will die. Gale on Marshall. Vessel on top. Marshall will attempt the man fight, but the Avalanche toss from Jinx will finish his life. Another 4 kills for the side of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. Well, it's 6K lead now. This game is just absolutely one-sided currently.
Yeah, they hit their Sven timing. It's kind of scary now. They have Blink on Tiny. They have Force Staff Venomancer with the Vessel. Dawnbreaker has a Deso as well.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It's kind of hard to fight into them.
I guess you can just look at the charges, right? Fume has 0 charges on his Deso. He bought his Deso, he's fought, I think, twice since then, got 0 charges, versus... You look at Seb, his Deso has 6 charges. He is a happy camper right now. That's plus 12 damage. It's one more Moonlight Shadow, but... Again, Dire are aware. They have the Sentry plus Obs combo, the Obs on this high ground, Sentry on the low ground. They saw heroes approaching, so again, there will be no ganks there for the side of Nebula. Nothing of value to be gained there, and now it's... I mean, if you're playing Radiant here, what's your gameplay to come back now?
Honestly, like, I think they just need to just go immediately after they die. Like, they're using these big ultimates every single team fight. Like, you can catch someone off, you can pick something off. Like, they got the tower mid because of that. I mean, they all die for it, but they're not disengaging from these fights where they pop all their ultimates. They keep trying to trade it out.
Here we go again. 3-man smoke by Dire. They find Camel. Camel will tank an Avalanche and a Toss and a Solar Guardian. Stormbolt on top, and Ember again will die. Arrow hits the Tiny, but Bulljax also will die. Double kill for Sev. Dire ping Roshan. It will be an absolutely free Roshan. And again, that is the Ultra Gunner first BKB usage, and it has been used wisely.
Hopefully, they just go right after they respawn. There's gonna be no God Strength, no Solar Guardian.
Are you fine fighting into the BKB, or not BKB, into the Aegis at that point?
Yeah, Sven's like kind of like half a hero without his God Strength. He's not gonna be able to one-shot anyone.
That's our first shot of the series, minute 22. And again, we're seeing arrows and lines being drawn by the Dire side. They want to occupy the top lane. Acid Rain is there, but he needs to not die here. There are some very angry Blink Dagger heroes on his way. Sev, Jinx, and Ultra can all blink in. Sev has his on cooldown, so Acid will get away.
Radiant's top tower
The Dire are occupying his Radiant side tri-camp nice and easily. Blink Avalanche Toss on Ember, he's half HP, and nearly get demolished by Sev. And again, Sev is diving the Haste Rune. Camel is low, Marshall takes a Poison Nova Sev. Perhaps he's diving too far. Camel gets a chain on him, Sev is dead. And that right there might be a bit of an overdive by Sev. That's a lot of gold being given back. There's an arrow on Ultra Gunner. Radiant, no, he's stunned. He's half HP under these sort of ancient camp area. Dire finally killed his tombstone, however, so it's gonna be a little bit harder. But again, Fume has no fear. He'll rage just in time. He goes for Ultra Gunner, who BKB's arrow will be tanked by the BKB Sven, and now Bulljax will banish there on the back lines for the Tiny. Tiny still blinks in for Acid Rain. Acid Rain will leap away, and Camel is doing so much damage right now. Ultra is low. Jinx is low. Stormbolt on Ember. But Fume pops out again. Bulljax will die, but Radiance will acquire some vengeance. Filsky is incredibly low. Ultra has already died once. Jinx is now dead for the only time in this fight. Filsky runs in. Gale is dodged by Camel Farmer. Stormbolt will hit, but Camel appears to be safe. A fantastic remnant away. I don't think he will die here to this damage. And as a result, Nebula at long last have won a team fight.
That was huge. They were able to kill the Sven. The Shadow Demon ultimate just destroys Sven. You can't do anything. You can't.
is under attack.
Just gets kited forever. And then when Sven died, like, he doesn't have ult. They know they can't fight anymore. And they were able to cleanly disengage.
Maybe it's even fight time again. Poison Nova is still on cooldown. So is God Strength for that matter. If Radiant go right now, they will again be up abilities. Sven has blinked away, but Radiant see Filsky gets a Force Staff. Will now use it. Radiant pursue, arrow on the way. It's
Arrow?
perfect on Filski. He's purged by CB, but in comes a demonic purge from Boljak. Sev will engage with Solar Guardian, but Fume is still raged. Filski will fall. Sev is incredibly low. Jinx will attempt to save. Sev is still being gone on. Boljak side from the south side, but to the north side. Radiant confirmed a kill on Sev. Back to Ultra. He'll BKB, but he's being kited right now. Radiant are going to run down CB, and now it's Ultra and forced to TP away. It's not in time though. 3 more kills on top for Kale Farmer and a 4-for-1 trade. And there are a lot of signs of life for this Boljak's captain unit right now. Another huge fight win.
It is a huge swing. They're going to be able to get wards now. They're going to push all their lanes, set up for the next fight. Right? No, they're not going to find Jinx. They're looking though.
You might find a courier. It's not a Jinx kill, but it is. Oh, never mind. That courier's very fast. Ultra Gunner knows what he's doing.
An easy target.
I love this itemization from Fume. I love this Basher plus AC combo on top of the Deso. It's going to make it so easy for him to just man-fight the Sven when he has Rage up. Especially when Sven's being purged away against every fight.
It's also
real good
gonna
AD
shred
Fume.
everyone. They're all like high HP heroes, so you're just gonna shred through their armor.
And even though these heroes have a decent amount of armor, when there's that much minus armor, it's like, oh, well, suddenly we don't have armor anymore now, do we? It's how much is AC? The AC aura is -5, right?
Yeah.
It's -11 armor. So at that point, you're losing over half your armor on the Dawnbreaker. You're losing, about 40% of your armor on Sven. That's a lot of armor being lost there. And let alone these squishy heroes. I mean, Venno has 13 total armor, so at that point, you do not have armor. You are going to die.
Kind of surprised Sven has a Mage Slayer.
Maybe he's going for a Bloodborne at some point?
Yeah, but like, I don't think he needs it right now.
I mean, he had the, I guess he had the Oblivion Staff in his inventory. And it's like, alright, I gotta use it on something, right? Because he went Echo Disassemble into BKB. Has an Oblivion Staff just lying around. Wanted to use it, I guess.
I guess so. I think it's just 900 gold investment into it. Yeah.
I can see why you're concerned, though. I mean, he's running out of slots. He has, I mean, he has all these items that are useful, but again, they're very cheap items. Plate Mail is pretty cheap. Mask Band is cheap. Blink cheap. Mage Slayer cheap. To buy the AC and a Shard, and after that, he's pretty much removing items to get more items. He'll go, I'm assuming, like Satanic on top of that, but
We slip into shadow.
at that point, you're starting to lose your own items in this build.
Yeah. Oh. I guess they knew the smoke.
Yeah, big smoke on smoke action. Moonlight Shadow on top as well. Jinx's smoke will get popped. Jinx. Oh no, he is incredibly dead. Perhaps the Dire will let their Tiny die, but again, Ultra Gunner, okay, they did not cancel his TP in time. So it will be only Jinx falling. Fume could not find the Sven to bash him. But again, that's one more kill for the side of this Radiant units, and I mean, things looking good right now for Missy's bedside Zippy.
Yeah, it's only a 2k gold or lead now.
Look at the you Dota Plus, right? Look at the graph real fast. I love this really stupid glitch in the graph. The 100% win percent chance for Dire right now.
I see.
So stupid. I'm not sure what broke it, but it's been broken for the last few days, and every time I cast and I open the graph, I'm like, huh, this doesn't look right. Something has gone wrong here.
Looks like a headband will help out Bulljacks a lot.
Yeah, he's bringing it out right now. I'm sure the ceremonial robe will go to someone else. Maybe Acid Rain. That's a nice item to have as well, that ceremonial robe.
Okay, well, Bulljacks has his shard now, and if Filski recognizes it, he can just stun anyone. He can stun the Lifestealer immediately.
Yeah, we saw it in one of the recent fights where he goes to rage and immediately I am stunned, and that's a lot of Lifestealer's rage duration. That's 1/3 of it's just ruins to the Filski shard there.
He's He's going for a Satanic now.
Interesting.
Are scanning.
Guess it is a nice purge to have this game. A lot of raw HP on top. Radiant smoked his 4, by the way. They found, again, poor Jinx. He is the man being gone on. But again, they're actually not canceling his blink anymore. He'll get away here. Bit of a botched initiation. Perhaps they thought there were heroes on the high ground. There is one on the high ground. There is Filsky. So they prioritize the kill on Venno. Venno is purged. Tombstone is on the floor. Guardian Angel will save, giving time for him to get Poison Nova off. Ultra blinks in, but cannot lock down Acid Rain. Now Dire, who are being kited, keep everyone alive. The zombies are chasing Filsky. Dire now smoke away. The it is a costly retreat cooldown-wise, but nobody dies on either side. And Roshan, that's an incredibly early Roshan spawn. It died in minute 22. It's already back. This is incredibly good luck right now for the Radiant, but Dire,
Wow.
I think, are aware of this.
I don't know if they can fight though. They only have Solar Guardian. Gosh, he's about to wear out. I think they're trying to reset and then go back to Roche.
And that's a really early Roshan spawn. I'm just shocked by it sometimes. This is Roshan giving and Roshan taking away. And this time he is definitely giving.
That GA was perfectly timed. It used it immediately when Demonic Purge was popped.
Ooh, here we go again. One more fight in the Dire jungle. CB and Filsky the targets. CB will immediately die, and Fume will chase the Filsky. Force Staff on cooldown, but it is a good halberd to delay his death on Venno. One more Gale hits on 2. Two-man Avalanche to counterplay. Dire still attempt to keep Filsky alive. Warcry will give a bit more of an ability to retreat. And again, it's only one loss. These are relatively good retreats here from Mrcrazyguy fan club. 2 engagements and only one Omnia dies in the 2 of them combined.
They should be able to fight Roche now. All their spells will be up, besides GA.
At this point, though, they have to move fast. Undying is demolishing Roshan right now. Look at him. He's just dead. This Undying shard just too much. There will be a counter kill on Boldax. Radiant can still fight this. Boldax buys back. Rage from Fume. BKB from Ultra Gunner. Poison Nova on top, hitting everybody in this Radiant side. Tiny will die, but notice he's still alive. He's trying to get one more toss up. He'll toss up the Lifestealer, who now will lose the Aegis. So now both teams have lost one. Bulljax for Jinx, but Bulljax has bought back. Therefore, Radiant again will look to chase. There's an Infest currently in the Morana. Asterane wants to engage, but it seems like, again, another relatively good retreat from Mrcrazyguy fan club.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pretty good. 1-for-1 trade for an Aegis and force the buyback.
I've been really impressed so far with the ability for this Dire team to disengage. How do they just leave the fight so efficiently? They don't have mobility tools, they're just running away.
Demonic Purge, Lifestealers, like, Giga Slow. I guess the 1 Force Staff, and I guess there are 2 other blinks. They're actually saving them. I don't know, Tiny has a Force Staff now.
Tiny, this Jinx Tiny, he's itemized well. He's got Blink, Force Staff, Ghost Scepter. He is ready to not die. Or at the very least, do something while he dies.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I kind of wish
You're saying?
I kind of wish Fume would get a Nullifier instead of the Satanic.
Has fallen.
I agree. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, there's a lot of very good things to purge this game, for sure. It's even more kiting potential with that. He got the free shard from Roshan, right? On Lifestealer? Yeah. I figured, but...
He took the best target movement speed and health.
Huh.
I'm not a Lifestealer player, but I don't know how well that is.
I know usually when I play, I skill the slow, but then again, I'm also not Fume's MMR, so take that with a grain of salt.
I'm surprised they didn't take the health. They have a lot of burst. Sven, Tiny, Dawnbreaker. Oh, 5-man smoke.
Here we go again. And surprise, surprise, it is the Tiny, the Blink Force-Staff man himself leading the way. Looking at Dire's vision, they see an Ember Spirit bottom. That's a fantastic jump. If you get BKB react in time, it'll be a miracle. It's a very hard... Oh, the Moonlight Shadow! Perfectly timed, perhaps or perhaps not. Oh, he actually gets away on Camel Farmer. And he didn't use the BKB somehow. That's unfortunate for Mrcrazyguy fan club and fantastic for Camel Farmer. I can't believe he didn't use BKB and he still lived.
Oh, they're going.
Slight chains, actually, percussion just a slight was missed this time. Dire appear to want to retreat. They're certainly running to the east, away from this Radiant side team. It seems like Fume wants to go into this T2 tower mid.
And Botway's gonna
Tower is under attack.
get a lot of damage. But they do have Deso AC. They're just gonna trade so much faster.
Yeah, even though it's hitting high ground, it doesn't really matter if Radiant, you mentioned Deso and AC, this damage is absolutely massive. It's a Tombstone as well to allow the siege to go on the way it is. Arrow will not hit. T3 mid dead. Range Racks barely alive. Link Stormbolt hits onto Seth on top, stuns Marshall. Marshall with BKB. Now turning a Flesh Golem. Guardian Angel comes out from CB. Seth gets bashed. Fume is running. Bolex will disrupt. Fume only has 1 life. Can now infest. He will infest into the Morana. Radiant retreat. Campbell will remnant away. Still, neither team has lost any hero. And Radiant will cleanly retreat, having taken a T3 and nearly taken a Range Rex.
That was a clean disengage. If Fume reacted in time to the Sven stun, it's just he had the latent poison on him.
Even though he's still stunned, I'm sure he's much happier being stunned by the Veno Gale Shard versus the Stormbolt into any other kind of stun on top of that.
I just think that shard's crazy.
The Veno Shard?
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. It's just you stun after magic immunity. It's a rare one. There aren't that many BKB piercing stuns in Dota, period. And the ones that do are just they go through after the magic immunity is applied, and it's a very different way, you know. But this one's just immediately you get stunned. Guess Ice Rock's tired of BKB. To be fair, we're still seeing, 6 BKBs a game pretty much, so...
Yeah.
I guess this game there's a rage rather than a BKB, but it's still a lot of BKBs. Fearful neutrals come out. Both teams have not gotten all of them quite yet, but I'm seeing some big ones. That time with Relic and the Radiant could be huge. Speaking of the jump, right now it's an avalanche on Camel Farmer. Radiant will attempt to keep him away. He still is not BKB'd. Again, Camel, he's holding these BKBs very meticulously. Boldax will TP away. He will not cancel an arrow. It will barely end. And now Marshall, Shiva's Guard, runs in, slowing Filsky. Filsky will Force Staff himself. Again, it's one more retreat, but will this time can Radiant find kills? Filsky again gets purged by CB, but Jinx will die in the melee. There's an arrow hitting Omni as Camel Farmer will remnant in. BKB from Ember. In comes the Guardian Angel, helping all 4 survive on this Dire side as Jinx buys back. Sav will get bashed by Fume. He still will hammer away, but Radiant will pursue. Camel remembers into everyone. CB is half HP again. Will purge himself. And this time CB will die. Dire are now on their high ground, but they have lost 2 kills, and they have used the buyback. And Radiant lose nothing but cooldowns for it. Alright, that's a toss under the tier 4 towers. Fume is half HP. But again, he will Abyssal Blade the Tiny. If Tiny dies, that will be a dieback. And Tiny is being kited around heavily right now. That is a dieback on Jinx. The range racks are dead. Sev will attempt to lifesteal him way out, stunning the Lifestealer. Speaking of Lifestealer, he will secure the melee Rex as a full set of Rex middle lane, and Fume now invests into Camel Farmer. It is time to leave. You've got what you came for. It's a full set of Rex, and again, one more win for Bing Chilling.
Maybe they just keep changing the name.
Might as well. I mean, if they want to keep changing their name, I'll keep changing their name.
And so this is the problem with the Sven having the Mage Slayer. His damage is lacking.
Will finishing the Bloodthorn solve that, or will we still be short on damage at that point?
I'm hoping it will solve it. It is going to be crit. He needs to be able to just one-shot one of their cores. There's been so many times that Ember lives just with like 1 HP.
Definitely hard though this game. I mean, between the BKBs and the Rages and Bulljacks, it's just so hard to kill these heroes right now. You see Camel Bottom, but again, the Remnant all the way across the map gets him far away from Mrcrazyguy fan club. You also mentioned how you want to see a Nullifier on Lifestealer.
Well,
You look at the quick buy, he's buying a Nullifier. He's ready to game, almost. Now, if you want a good laugh, you can open up the the graph again, where Dire have a 100% chance to win. Despite, again, being down by 9k net worth and a full set of racks, they have a 100% chance to win again, so...
What's the peak at?
It's trying to calculate, I think. Apparently Radiant had a 79% chance to win or something. The graph's struggling right now. It's really struggling.
Oh, it's fixed. Kinda. Never mind.
Kind of. It's having an episode right now. Speaking of episodes, Roshan will die for the 3rd time this game. Aegis to Fume. Aghanim Scepter to Marshall, and Cheese to Marshall as well. So perhaps it's now time for Nebula to end this game 1. One more team fight will do it. Looking at buyback status, Dire really don't have any buybacks right now. However, they find a Morana kill. Morana will immediately die. She can buy back if she wants to. But again, they're fighting with Camel. Chains on Tiny. It's purged by CB. Radiant will begin the retreat. Marshall, the main man in the front. Morana will buy back. Fume will rage, looking to again infest into Marshall. Jinx will die, and it's a dieback. Arrow hits the Sven. The Sven will attempt to Satanic his way out, but he cannot lifesteal enough. He is now dead and has no buyback. Currently a 5v3. Radiant still have the Aegis. Marshall will die. There's a good TP away from Filski, but it will not matter if Sev is dead and CB is dying. CB will get changed and killed. Dawnbreaker and Omni have their buyback. But at this point, that is another 4-for-1 trade. I think actually a 4-for-2 trade technically, but Radiant will go hog on 4v1, and it will be more racks taken. There's one buyback from Sev. With slight change though, Filski is again being kited around. That's your last buyback using the Dire side. Sev will stun Camel. Bulljacks will save him. Halberd again, used on Fume, will delay the racks. Dying. Filski is in the middle of very dire straits right now. He's completely purged by the Purge. And he will get kited around to his death. One more death on Veno. He has no buyback, so no Ultra, no Filski. Luckily, there will be no Megas, but Fume does not want Megas. He wants game. He gets the tier 4s right now. Again, one more stun from Sev. The Fume is absolutely fine, running down the Dawnbreaker, healing up a little bit the open wounds. One tier 4 is dead. Boldex disrupts Jinx. Jinx will have his blink cancelled. Again, one more stun from Sev. Abyssal Blade on the Dawnbreaker, but it's a 4-stop away from Jinx. E-Blade, again, is cutting around Sev. Sev is forced to go to the fountain. Another tier 4 will die. Radiant want to end the game right now, but Ultra has returned. Now, a 4v4. Ultra will get banished. Radiant books the throne. Sev will attempt the Solar Guardian, but the throne, it's 1/3 HP. Fume is hitting. This time will rage. He again will hit. Focusing throne. 1/6 HP. Toss up in the air. Aegis has been lost, but again, Radiant are focusing the throne. Boldax hits. Acid Rain hits, and the GTs are called. And Miss Who's Piss Eyes Seppi will take game number 1 against Mrcrazyguy fan club. was a pretty good game one.
Yeah, that was enjoyable to watch. Did you see Bulljack's Giga Chad play right there?
Which particular one?
The top racks. He blinked past the Venom and Psychic Headband the Venom into his team.
I noticed that one. That was really sick there. At that point, it was just like, what, Lifestealer and Ember both on top of him?
Yeah.
Easy job right there at that point. I think I barely noticed it in the chaos in a team fight, but... Again, Bulljack's apparently verifiable Giga Chad now. Which is good. Is my Dota running a first... Wait. Did my Dota just break entirely? Uh-oh.
All I heard was update, and I just started it, so I'm not sure.
Uh-oh. My Dota is running its first time settings launch? Uh-oh. Okay, I think I'm good. I hope I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm in Dota, and I'm inviting players to a lobby, so I think we're good. Hopefully. I'm hoping whatever my computer was telling me is not a problem, because I do not want to have a first-time user setup right now.
I'm sure if you ignore it, it'll go away.
That's what I've done so far. And I'm hoping this continues. I'm hoping I can continue to ignore whatever my computer is telling me, and we'll be good to go, and we won't have any problems tonight. That is the last thing I want, is big problems during my lads playoff cast. Huh. Oh god, who won the game one flip? Wait a minute, I'm on it. I have a VOD. I can go open up my my stream from an hour ago and check this myself.
Sick. That means I can go check out the Immortals.
Let's see here. It was Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. They chose Dire. So Bulljack's will have choice to pick her side for game 2. I still got it. I was supposed to write that down in my notepad file, but for some reason I didn't, so it's not in there.
Sometimes you forget. Sometimes it's too much effort.
I guess I was thrown off guard by the players actually being on time, you know? Usually the players are definitely not on time.
Yeah,
You've been there. You've definitely
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
definitely been there.
I've always showed up on time.
But I can't stop laughing at that one, but luckily it seems like everybody is on the way and everything will be fine. The player actually showing up early means that we will be moving along pretty early. It is only 10:07 Eastern Standard Time, and despite a 40-minute plus game 1, we are head into game 2 very soon. Just waiting on everybody to get on in, and then of course do the classic selection of things. I keep inviting Bulljax to my lobby. He keeps declining it. I'm going to keep spamming him again and again and again. Eventually he'll come.
Man. I looked at all the Immortals, and the Hoodwink is the ultra rare. What is this, man?
On the bright side, you could probably get it in the market at some point if you really want it that badly.
I kind of do.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to end up buying levels for the Arcanas and stuff like that. And then when they do that, it's like, alright, what else are we going to do with all of these Immortals we don't want? Sell them on the market. So hopefully for your sake, they'll be marketable. I know sometimes they're just not marketable, and then at that point, it's bad for you. But
I'll just do what I did last time. Spend like $200 worth.
Dire's bottom tower is under
honestly, I definitely do not want to spend too much money in the battle pass. I actually need to spend like $200 on fucking audio equipments, so I'm spending $200 on audio equipments, and then another $200 on hats. That's a lot of money right there. That's $400. That's a lot of money.
You'll be fine.
I gotta buy a sound mixer. Or it's gonna be expensive. What can you do sometimes? I spelled choice wrong if you're wondering. Expert speller here.
Cool heist.
Heist. I think Bulljax is feeling a bit under the weather right now, though, so maybe his responses are very slow today. I'm not going to tell the stream exactly what he's sick with, but he's definitely not feeling too good right now.
I was under the weather when Karan threw my games.
What can you do? We're just gonna blame Karan and then gonna turn around and team with Karan again. That's the gameplay.
I blame Karan for everything.
You know what? I don't blame you on that one, actually.
He was not Dota related.
I've been seeing Karan just asking you some dumb questions in Twitch chat. What can you do sometimes?
Oh god. I'm afraid to look what he says.
Nothing that needs to be answered needs to be answered. I assure you that much. We're just waiting on a G from Bulljax or one of his teammates, and then once we get that G, we can begin game 2. You good on like water, bathroom, that sort of thing?
I do need to use the bathroom.
You go do that now then. You go. And then when you come back, I'll go.
Alright, I'll be right back.
See, when you work on a professional stream, usually you cut to a break, you put on your overlay screen and some generic royalty-free techno music or something. But not here. In the spirit of amateur casting, there is no going to a break screen. There is one person goes, then the other person goes. There will be no dead air. The show must go on. I am... And sometimes you get some real interesting moments from these extremely punchy, extremely diluted ramblings. But back to the Dota at hand. We are here now for game number 2's draft. It was a game 1 win for Bulljax and Company. Nebula, aka Frostfire Sims, aka Bing Chiling, aka Misu's Piss-Eyed Sippy. They won G1 in about 42 minutes or so, if memory serves. Might have been slightly longer than that one. Again, when the fights really began, despite a pretty significant deficit, went down by about 9k, and then in a matter of 3 or 4 fights, they turned around entirely from a sizable deficit to a sizable lead. And it was just good play there, good maneuvering, some very good fights being fought, and Bulljax's boys executed on their draft concept nice and perfectly there.
10 seconds remaining.
Of course, Mrcrazyguy fan club.
5 seconds.
I wouldn't be too shocked if they mix up their plan here. If I were Mrcrazyguy fan club, what I would want to do is capitalize on having the higher skilled core players. I would pick heroes who can really, win these lanes. Because if you have Ultra Gunner, he's a higher MAR player than either side lane core, whether you're laning into Fume or into Marshall. Same is true with Filsky. Filsky's higher MAR than both Fume and Marshall. Sev is a higher MR player than Camel. I would try to capitalize on having these extraordinarily high-skilled individual cores, and I would want you to win this laning phase, win these lanes, at least win 2 lanes, and then take that momentum and just bowl over this game. And we saw a bit of that last game, but again, I want to see some really good performances from the likes of Sev. And Sev had a pretty good game, but I want to see the momentum being taken where Sev crushes his lane, or Filsky runs over Fume in a lane, that sort of thing, or Ultra demolishes Marshall in the lane. That's what I would want to see if I'm in Mrcrazyguy fan club. So you have these players who are very good, and That's a big strength to work with there.
You know, I agree, but Counterfarmer does not seem to be like a divine player.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, he's a lads champion. He punches above his MMR, you know? If you're wondering, there's a Rubik on your screen. It was not banned. It now is picked. I'll be right back.
Wish I could be like Acid Rain, not get first phase banned.
Dire team pick. Face the light.
It's a nice little pick. Wyvern's already
10
banned.
seconds remaining.
A Dawn Rubik lane also sounds kind of powerful.
Dire team ban.
Doombringer. That hero is really strong right now. The Axe Change is pretty good. Kind of counters all Camel's heroes. Not all of them, but counters all the spirits. You can just doom yourself, just chase them around, and you can't do anything about it.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
They did pick Doom into Rubik, I just realized that.
Radiant team ban.
Is that the Filsky Doom I see on my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Yeah, it kind of counters Camel's tempo heroes.
10
Ember Spirit's kind of hard to
seconds
play.
remaining. 5 seconds.
I'm actually
remaining.
curious what ends up happening, because I know Campbell's one of those players where he loves to be on a very select set of these tempo heroes, as you mentioned, and yeah, Doom kind of counters all of them. So maybe you take a Dawnbreaker mid this game. That wouldn't be too far-fetched for the Radiant here. I think Dire have already won this draft, though. You wanna know why?
Why?
They have Undying.
Mm,
I'm not sure if I've seen Undying lose this patch.
we
Sure
do have
is-
Dawnbreaker though. And there's no Wyvern to counter it.
This is true, but Dawnbreaker's not Undying.
Dire team ban.
And think about it, right? Dawnbreaker's a hero who can die. Undying can't die. It's in the name, Breezy. Undying. It's definitely not an oxymoron. It's the true statements.
I can prove you wrong if I pick that hero. Don't worry.
Well, I will hold you that next season, then.
5 seconds remaining.
If anyone can find a way to die, it's me.
It's one of those things where I watch you play Dota sometimes, and I'm sure if you watch my cast, you've heard this exact statement more or less said 14 billion times, but I put these games sometimes where it's like you're just popping off, you're the best player in the server.
Team ban.
You have these other games you're just chain feeding, you know?
Yeah, I just want to go.
It's the BreezyR experience. You never know what you're gonna get. It's like the Forrest Gump quote, where life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. It's just BreezyR doing it for you.
10 seconds remaining.
Look, man, I'm not a patient person. I just have to go and go and go and go.
5
I
seconds
understand, trust me.
Radiant team pick. Dire team
Alright, that's an Ursa selection. One of the few classical selection heroes. Hero he's played for many a year now, many a different patch. And again, that's a hero who should lane relatively well into the Doombringer, so shouldn't be too bad there.
10 seconds remaining.
Of course, it's still important to see what supports are going to pair with the Ursa and the Doom. I think it will end up being a Dawnbreaker 5, though I know Balljax is super high on Dawnbreaker 5, so they'll probably end up being an Ursa plus Dawnbreaker lane. So we're looking at Ursa Dawnbreaker into Doom Willow more than likely. That seems pretty good for Ursa Dawnbreaker, right?
I don't think so. It makes it really hard for like the Bramble maze. Like Dawnbreaker can't really just like hammer in, and Ursa has to like walk around it as well. I'm not sure. Like I feel like Will's a weaker hero.
I feel like Dire have to really outplay to win the lane though, because like one misstep and you're just dead against Ursa Dawnbreaker.
I don't know. If Doom finds the mana creep, you can just mana burn Dawnbreaker off cooldown. Or Ursa.
That is certainly one way to ruin the game. Get the appropriate neutral creep and just mana burn things. I'm sure Filsky isn't going to want to go too far into the jungle to find the Devour unit either, so maybe if Radiant just block the hard camp. And that's taken care. Ooh, the 7 Voker. Okay. Okay, they're here to play. Mrcrazyguy Fanclub, they're here to play right now. I guess we're looking at a guaranteed Void ban last phase here. There's no way you give Ultra Void here.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
The only thing is now that they kinda lack damage. Unless Doom has the spells up.
Because at that point, you hope that the Invoker, the Willow, and the Scary Pick will do the damage. Again, Invoker and Dark Willow provide a ton of damage. You throw in a damage-heavy carry, and it should be enough damage.
Invoker lacks damage, because most of the time you want to get cross-flex to actually like be in fights. 2 damage is very lackluster.
I didn't think about it that way. You're right, actually. I was thinking about, like Exort stuff, Meteor, Cataclysm, all that cool stuff, but if he doesn't have points in Exort, then yeah, he just doesn't have damage. I was right, though, on the Void ban. I feel better about that, at least.
Oracle ban.
I mean, it's a hero the Balljax likes, and they're thinking it could be a Dawnbreaker offlane. Even though I'm still like 85% sure it's a Dawnbreaker 5. If they put Marshall on the Dawnbreaker, it's a very good 5 ban for the Oracle alert.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So far, if Dawn is a core, their tri-core is pretty good.
Radiant team.
And they have 24 pick as well, so they have time to decide after seeing the Ultra Carry pick. All right, does this hero lane well into Dawnbreaker? If no, then put the Dawnbreaker off lane. If not, you can put a 5 and counter pick the carry.
Seconds remaining.
Both teams are fairly low in reserve time, so we're not too far away from having the answers to our questions. What I'm most curious about is what is Ultra going to play at this game. I feel like, Dusa would have been the other really good pick, but the Void ban was very good. The Dusa ban was very good. I think a lot of these heroes who match up well into the Ursa do not do well into the Kunkka and vice versa. That seems like a big concern there.
Seconds remaining.
Maybe a hero like Lifestealer, or maybe even Jug could be the option, but it doesn't feel that great here.
Monkey King seems pretty cool.
Actually, yeah, that seems pretty decent. At that point, the Dawnbreaker definitely goes 5, right? And you scrap like a ranged offlaner.
Not sure how that goes.
I know historically you stray away from wanting to lane. Whoa, there. That's a Templar Assassin, but I know historically you try to stray away from laning a melee offlaner into Monkey King, but no Monkey King today. It will be Templar Assassin instead for Ultra Gunner. That'll be interesting. And at that point, you don't mind the Dawnbreaker lane there, right?
10 seconds remaining.
I think he can go either way.
5
Dawnbreaker doesn't
seconds
have.
remaining.
What's her armor? I can't remember. I think it's relatively low, right? Yeah, like 3.3.
It's not great, but she's a lot of HP though, so it's. Oh my!
there it
So it
is.
will be Dawnbreaker 5. I called it early in the draft, and it will be the Martial Primal Beast. That's a very good matchup in the TA, correct?
Yeah. You can just shred the refraction with trample. It doesn't matter if she goes meld either.
It's in the side lane too, so there's a lot of space to run down TA. Like say if you play this matchup mid lane, at the very least TA will have a tower to play around, but in the side lane it's going to be so much harder.
And this hero does not care if you have a tower.
Oh man, this is a good pick. I am definitely preferring this Radiant side draft. What are your thoughts about that?
I think so too. Their tempo is crazy. They can just take fights. They don't need items.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Heroes, they're so tanky. I mean, it's 4 tanky, strength, brawling heroes. Well, it's not a strength hero, but he plays like he's a strength hero. And there's Rubik. Rubik is Shard as well. Like, at that point, you have 4 incredibly tanky heroes and a hero with a save. It's going to be very hard.
There's 2 saves. There's Solar Guardian as well.
Oh man, you're right. It's going to be so hard.
Your realm to reduce. Yeah, it's really, really strong. Their lineup's going to be very fast.
This is one of those games where I mentioned it early on in the draft. Is if you're Mrcrazyguy fan club, I think you wanted to start winning these lanes, and this is one of those games where I think you have to win at least 2 lanes. They have to own these lanes if they want to win this game. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with these heroes.
Yo, this guy has no chill, man.
So we're both on the same page at this point.
Yeah,
This guy has no chill,
I
man.
favor
This
Radiant
guy
for
has
sure.
No chill, man.
I think Dire's draft is just too slow. Doom needs to get items. Tia needs to get items. Invoker has to get something at least.
Because he's going to want on the Invoker probably like Midas plus Vessel at the very least, right?
I think you skip Midas this game. Because you already have like a greedy or offlaner and a greedy safe lane.
Exquisite.
That is fair, but it also means that Sav really could struggle and farm if he has no Midas this game. So he'll have no Force Spirits, he'll have no Meteor, he'll have no Midas suddenly. Unless Sav is truly bold, he goes for Red Orb, which I do not expect to happen, but if he does, then it's fun time. If you are just joining us though, welcome to game number 2 of Bull and the Boys, Miss Who's Piss-Eyed Sippy, taking on the technically Nephilim captain, though he is missing today, Mrcrazyguy fan club. Game 1 was won in about 45 minutes in favor of the side of Nebula, and they're hoping to turn it into a 2-0, but of course Mrcrazyguy fan club want to get aggressive early. They already have that ward placed on the Radiant side jungle, and they want to at the very least bring it to a game 3. My name is Badger. I'm joined by mid lane lads veteran BreezyR, and I think we're in for a good time here.
You're right. He does want a Midas.
Both carries are being run at, by the way. Question is, who will die first? Fume will Earthshock away, and Ultra and Skill Refraction will now skill it, has 2 more charges, so neither carry die. I thought it would be a question of who dies first. Somehow neither die.
The battle begins.
You mentioned the Sev Midas, though. You can start about the... You went for Red Orb, too. You went Red Orb plus Midas. Are you concerned about the greed? Because you mentioned it was greedy. Is it now just too greedy?
Yeah. I think he's just gonna like farm, but like then they're just gonna start grouping up as like 4 and just start taking towers, and they can't do much with just Sunstrike and Meteor.
Oh man, this is gonna be a fun one. You know, one of the things I like about Exor, even if it's not as good as Quaswex, it's more interesting than Quaswex. It's a lot more interesting. It does make the camera work a bit harder, but I don't care, it's worth it. Ooh, it's already a courier dead. We saw the ward placed by Jinx to scout this courier. As a result, he will kill the Fume courier. Not the biggest loss in the world, but still a nice thing for Jinx to grab there.
Marshall's just under the tower.
I mean, what is Ultra Gunner gonna do? This hero has 69 damage, 5 armor, 840 HP. And trample. There's no counterplay. You just die. You're just on dying trying to brawl, and he's losing the brawl heavily right now. Yeah, unsurprisingly, Sev will go for a Quas-Exort build. After he skilled the Exort, he'll go into Quas. Thought for us, I mean, I thought for a second we might see a real avant-garde Lex Exort build.
Oh,
The acid is low, but he's not quite going to die. CB's level 2 right now, so he will survive, but he will man up with Marshall. And again, Marshall is -8 strength right now, so CB is doing something at the very least. Acid is incredibly low, but both him and Marshall will survive. This top lane has been going decently for the TA so far, though. Now the lane will go back a bit equilibrium-wise, which will be good for Ultra.
mid lane's kind of struggling.
Yeah, Camel. 14-4 versus Sev's 9-1. It's a good start there for Kunkka. Top lane, Tombstone has been used. It seems like Acid Rain will die. He can lift if he needs to. Actually, doesn't even need to. Acid will just walk away.
Just, you know, upper casual 30% slow, no mana cost.
Huh, you're right. That is very casual. Cost no mana on a... What cooldown? Is this... How does a cooldown work on Uproar?
It lasts like a couple seconds. Like Uproar, like the charges last for 30 seconds, and then the slow is like 3 seconds, I think. But it's basically like the 7 seconds of your Uproar is the cooldown. You can't get charges while you already have Uproar.
Okay, so basically no cooldown. Got it.
Yeah.
This probably Stir was a real macabre disaster. That's my thoughts.
He's fun.
Fun to play, not fun to play against. I've got nightmares of playing against Probably. Speaking of probably, so trample in for Ultra Gunner, lift in. Ultra has no refraction remaining, but he will not die this time. Marshall now mans up with CB, but CB is a little bit more tanky than Templar Assassin. So nobody dies top lane. Ooh, that Fable almost did it, but not quite enough. First Blood not quite here yet, but Acid is faster than Undying, therefore he will survive.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And somehow Jinx has now killed Fume's courier for the second time this game. Seems like Fume was pathing it a bit errantly, and as a result he'll lose another courier. He now TP's away all the way to his T1 tower, so now he's having a bit of a rough lane. Bulljax will heal him. That's a lot of resources used to do that.
Good CP though. Doom having frost attack from the little ghost. It's gonna be impossible to get away.
I won't lie, that was unexpected.
I think we'll see First Blood top lane. Tombstone's on the floor, but that is the last thing he'll do before he dies. First Blood goes to Marshall, and Marshall wants a second blood. Oh my lord!
He's gonna
The
die.
damage.
He lives!
Oh, double kill for Marshall. First Sunstrike? Oh no, somehow he knew. He juked that out. The tip to Sev. Oh, that's a disaster already.
Yeah, this hero's a menace.
He absolutely is. Bottom lane, Fume is being run down, but Bulljax is ready to trade. Fume is half HP, Jinx is lower than half HP. Seems like both may die. Fume will Fairy Fire, Sunstrike is not even needed. Now Bulljax hits Jinx, needs one more hit but will not find it. Jinx will walk away. That is one kill on the board for the side of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. I think both teams' off lanes are going very well right now.
Yeah, Bilski has the most creeps. His net worth 1,000 above the mid laner. That's expected though.
Jeez. Bulljax wants to kill Filsky so badly, but this is not going to happen.
Well, Jinx is denying himself. Smart play.
Yep. He'll now return full HP, full mana, finish Tranquil Boots as well. He'll be good to go again soon. Middle lane, it will be a solo kill by Camel on Sev with a few more hits. And Sev has no X points, cannot go for the Ghost Walk. There is no escape there. With a double damager, and Camel just annihilates Sev. Very good solo kill there for the Kunkka.
This is the problem with Exort. You have nothing to keep you safe. No tornado, no EMP,
No Ghost Walk even.
block. And he's just slow. There's no Wex.
Yeah. 285 move speed. Not the lowest in the game, but it's definitely towards the bottom. Top lane, oh, Ultra Gunner. He is in so much danger. He'll Refraction, but it gets annihilated by Trample. However, he's not quite dead. Now Jinx will turn with Curse Crown and Bramble Maze. That's a big kill for Ultra. Oh, he did not get the gold for it. It's Jinx instead. But still, the menace to society has been brought down, as has the Rubik, thanks to the decay, correction, the Soul Rip from CB. That is 2 kills for the side of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub.
That is a disgusting decay icon.
I agree. Is that tentacles?
What are, worms, maggots, whatever.
Maggots, yeah. You know what, between the Venom ulti ability last game and now the decay this game, I don't like these icons. I'm not a fan. Top lane, here we go again. It's another attempt on Ultra Gunner. Trample's on cooldown, but Kunkka is not on cooldown because he's arrived. X-Mark, Boats, Torrents now used. There is no refraction remaining. He can again activate it, but he's being healed by the Undying. The Soul will bring him to 190 HP. He'll now Meld Strike. There is not
There's
enough
no
detection, but it did not matter. He's still dead on Templar Assassin and into the Pulverize on CB. Good rotation by Camel Farmer. Technically not going to D-Ward either. That's a very one-sided trade right there.
Good rotation on Camel Farmer though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a nice big play to make. A lot of, Oh?
Dire's top tower is
What'd I miss?
He got stunned by the ogre.
under attack.
Oh.
I was farming it well with this trample.
Are fortified.
What can you do? Sometimes you just get stunned by ogres. Yeah, every time I get stunned by one of these ogres in the jungle, I get so instantly tilted about it. I'm like,
I took my
man,
hand off the keyboard and just take a little mental break. It's just so sad.
the instant tilt. Like, alright, I have been stunned for 1 billion damage. 2.5 seconds stun, I think it is. It's not very fun. I'm looking for an ogre to check the stun duration, but I can't find one. I think they're all dead right now. It is very long, I can tell you that much.
Is it 2.5 or 3? I can't remember.
Alright, time to find an ogre. Creeps are spawning. Where are ogres? Are there ogres? There are not any ogres right now. We're going to hold that thought for later. For the time being, I guess there's not too much going on. We're just doing a little bit of farming. We're seeing some Midases being bought. Some Midases being finished. Both Invoker and Doom have finished theirs. So again, that will mean a lot of gold going into the side of the Dire's pockets via the Devour and the two Midases, but I don't think
CB's
Radiant care. They're just running under towers
kill.
anyways.
Oh my god.
This is obnoxious damage. Goodbye, CB. The tower also died, by the way, but at this point, everything top lane is dead. But mid lane, we may see a trade. Dire are TP, and the problem is currently a 2 for 0. Sav's already dead Camel Farmer. Jinx wants to do something, but has no Bedlam, and well, has no life. That's 3 kills for the Radiant. Another tower killed, by the way. That's 2 towers immediately dead. Dire want to do something bottom lane. They see Bulljax. He's now doomed by Filsky, but in comes Marshall. Oh no! Filsky gets annihilated! Another kill! A 4th kill for Nebula! Oh dear, this is a disaster!
Radiant are scanning.
He didn't even die. With Doom committed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This is the point in the game where you begin to be concerned for Mrcrazyguy fan club. You begin to be you begin to be very greatly concerned. I mean, look at Kunkka's net worth. He's higher than Doom, who has a Midas and Devour.
And 2k higher than their mid laner too.
Jeez. Haste Rune, X Mark on CB's Undying. Torrent up in the air, and in comes Marshall. Trampling on CB. Decay gets stolen by Acid Rain. This is where you begin to run the train, and again, Onslaught is up in 13 more seconds. That can go again quite soon. And here we go again. It's an X mark on Sev. In comes Marshall. In comes the X mark back towards the boats. And down goes CB. One more kill for Nebula. Up to 12 kills at 12 minutes. They're at a fantastic pace right now. And
This is the problem with their draft. It's so greedy, they can't do anything about it.
Radiant's bottom tower
They just have to play all 3 lanes and pray that they get as much as they can. Until they get BKBs.
hope that someone doesn't die. And I guess in this case it'll be Filsky not dying. Marshall nearly found the pulverized to cancel out TP, but could not get in range there. Well, seems like we're going to have Dire go for some kind of play. It's a 3-man smoke for Mrcrazyguy fan club. The Sev Invoker, CB's Undying, and Jinx's Dark Lily find Marshall. Cold Snap, Cursed Crown. We see an onslaught through. He's currently about 2/3 HP on the Primal Beast. Solar Guardian brings Bulldax into the fight, and in comes Big Bad King Alpha, who has another double damage rune. There's a torrent on Sev. He'll Ghostwalk himself. Bulldax gets feared, but in again comes Camel Farmer. The cleave damage is massive. CB is dead to Acid Rain, and now Marshall demolishes Jinx as well. It's the next mark on Sev. The bullet will stun. That's another kill, a 3rd kill in the fight. Ultra gets away, but it's a disaster right now for Mrcrazyguy fan club.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's looking a lot like loser's bracket for Mrcrazyguy fan club right now. We're not quite there yet, but it's looking that way for sure.
Well, Doom just got his blink, so they can probably start or getting something to happen. Blink Stomp with Doom.
And there's another 3-man smoke. Again, the same 2 supports, but this time the aforementioned Blink Doom. His Doom is online. And looking at Dire's vision, they see only a Rubik mid currently. They don't have a great idea of where Radiant are. Maybe they'll run to a tri-camp, looking to find Ursa. Speaking of Ursa, he's running into the Roshan pit. If Fume dies killing Roshan, that is the swing Mrcrazyguy fan club need. But as Roshan's dying, literally right now, if Dire don't move immediately, it's going to die. It's just too late. But despite Fume not having the life steal, he only has a Battle Fury. He just walks in there and slaps it down. That's now the 4th Roshan in the series. The first one of Game 2, and again, another Aegis for Fume. I think his 3rd of the series.
At 15 minutes. That's really pretty early.
It's not that early for an Ursa team, but again, Yeah, as you mentioned, relative to most Dota games, very early. However, they might try to kill him twice top lane. Again, he's entirely alone. He's doomed. He certainly will lose one life. The question is, can Radiant save him? And they're immediately mass TP. They want nothing to do with this. They got the Aegis and they left. Smart escape there. That is one life lost on Ursa and a full disengage.
I don't know if that was. Like, it was good. I don't know if it was worth it.
I think at that point, once you get the kill, you have to leave. Because if they stayed, they would be dead right now.
Yeah, I meant going on the Ursa like that.
I guess at that point, it's one of those like sunk cost styles. Things like, all right, we used the smoke, we ran top lane, we have to do something, right? There's an Ursa right here. We can't just sit around and do nothing all game.
Okay, yeah, it worked out. It forced them to all TP top and mid. TA was able to get the tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Speaking of TA, he is not far from that Deso, and at that point, it'll be Dragonlance plus Deso. Ultra will be doing a decent bit of damage at that point.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Speaking of key items, though, Camel has his BKB on Kunkka. And we're not far from a BKB on Marshall as well. You throw in the blink timing on Fume, and that is 3 big pickups for Nebula, and they do not want to stop. There's no longer an Aegis, but there is still no care. This T2 top is the target. Not quite dead yet, thanks to the glyph, but it's not long for life.
Rubik stole Devour. They can...
Oh no, that is a great steal. That's so much gold for Acid Rain. Look at his net. He's 5.4k net worth.
Despite having 2 Midases, they are down 5k.
Tower is under attack.
And I mean, at the very least, Dire can now accumulate more gold. They have Devour, 2 Midas, and now Philosopher's Stone. They are ready to acquire more gold.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hopefully, for their sake, they can get the gold they need to win these fights, because the fights have not been great so far. We've only seen 3 kills in the game for the Dire. When was the last kill? Was it like top lane at minute 7 or something?
Radiant's bottom
Roughly that, yeah.
I'm checking the, okay, so it was...
No, it was bottom. Roughly around here.
I'm looking at the, I'm seeing CB Undying killed Acid Rain Rubik at around, like, minute 7:30. It's been 10 minutes since I got a kill.
Yeah, and the last fight was down at this tier 1.
Is it bottom?
This
Was it
jungle.
bottom? Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause
I
the
honestly
Valkyrie-
forgot where it was at this point.
Yeah, they were trying to kill Marshall and he got out.
Dire are scanning.
Radiant have smoked, though. Dire have scanned it.
Is under attack.
Jinx plays high ground, popping the smoke. Marshall does not care. He said, you know what, Jinx, you are dead. CB's courier will die as well. If the remainder of the Dire can get away, it's not too bad. Sev now has his BKB. And it seems like that'll be a relatively clean retreat. With only 1 hero and a courier. Correction, 1 hero and 2 couriers dying. It's not too bad. Oh, bad news for Acid Rain. He lost Devour.
Ah, he'll be fine.
He almost has Invoker's net worth. Oh, look at it. He's 6.6k versus Invoker's 7.8k. This is not. It's the train wreck in slow motion right now.
Invoker's BKB now. Doom almost has his
He's in
BKB.
trips. Oh no!
That's a very scary spell to steal.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, he's gonna put one of those in the Roshan pit. Get a bunch of them mid lane on these paths. Oh, they're even green. Look at these things. Camel's a double damager and Dire will attempt to fight. They want the Kunkka. It's a Doom on Kunkka. The DD rune is purged, and Camel will be purged from the mortal realm. Boltanax will engage, and he will lose his life as well. He'll buy a gem before he dies. Doom gets stolen by Acid Rain. It will be used for little effect, but it has been used regardless of his own Ultra from the fight. So that is a 1-for-2 trade in Mrcrazyguy's favor. Certainly a big team fight win. Getting a core kill on Kunkka, an extra kill on top of the Dawnbreaker.
Rubik's Doom is pretty sick.
Blessings.
Oh no, Marshall is going to kill Sev, isn't he?
He's got
Trample?
BKB. He's got BKB.
Good
It's fine.
BKB. However, Marshall will still get away. Sev did not tornado in time. It's only 2 points in Wex, so a very short tornado. Therefore, the haste rune was not purged. Marshall gets away, even all chats as he's leaving. And all will be good for them now.
My thanks.
So we're going to see a gem handed from Bulljax to Marshall. That is Primal Beast with 2.2k HP, and he is now on the mission of dewarding traps and perhaps wards. Does not want to give Ultra Gunner any means of de-pushing these lanes or getting information. The information will get removed. Though for the time being, Ultra is remaining in this bottom lane area. This is the area he wants to farm. He wants to ensure he's not dying playing him at the east side of this Radiant jungle. And again, so far he's only died twice. Has not died in a while, so he has been successful in that regard.
He only died twice in the lane. Kind of expecting against Primal Beast, so he's doing pretty well.
Ultra's melded. He sees Kunkka. Unsurprisingly, he will not go on Kunkka. With teammates arrived, he may be able to go for it. Trap slow. Meld strike into second meld
Double
strike.
meld.
There's only one armor on the Kunkka right now. He can BKB if he wants to, and he will BKB. Bulldax, Rats of Solar Guardian, Bedlam will damage Bulldax, but Tails BKB is ending quite soon. But in comes Fume.
What
Right clicking
BKB?
down Ultra Gunner. Now Radiant, having killed the carry, will look for more. The Tombstone is the targets. Radiant will kill it as Marshall zones away 7 CB. To the Pulverize on Undying. There will be no running from this fight if you are CB. Marshall. Correction, there is running away from this fight. Jinx put down a Bramble Maze, and CB will escape, but again, you kill Ultra Gunner, you kill a Tombstone, and you likely will kill this T2 tower bottom lane. Things looking good again for Nebula.
He has eggs.
Jesus. If they're not going for this tower bottom, they're going middle instead. There's still a Doom, by the way, on Acid Rain, so it is stolen Doom time still.
How much time does he have left? I can't ping it.
That's what? About 30, maybe 40 seconds left on the Doom stolen. Not too much time.
What? Those have eggs. Eggs decay.
Yeah, it's again. It's an Axe Doom too, actually. Oh, man. They find Acid Rain. He's an important man to go on, and they ensure he cannot get the stolen Doom or Decay off. Radiant lose both supports immediately, and now head to Marshall. Marshall is slowed by a trap, and if he dies, he will lose the gem. He has BKB in 7 seconds. Tornado. A bit short, not enough points in Wex. Again, dire need this kill on Marshall. He's actually out of mana. He'll now BKB, can't TP in time. The gem is lost. That is a disastrous fight for Nebula. And suddenly Mrcrazyguy Fanclub have life to them.
Their greedy draft is starting to pay off. Oh wait, they don't. Did you see the gem? Okay, never mind. The courier went to. Which courier is faster though?
It will be Undying's. Boldex's courier. It's actually going to die for his efforts. Alright, wait. Jinx? He's got it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
So yeah, 3 kills, gem grabbed, and a courier. Net win, for sure. One problem. Look at Fume is again.
Yep.
It's another early Roshan respawn. It's around 9 minutes, perhaps even less. I wasn't paying attention to it. So it will be a very easy second Roshan for Fume. Ultra Gunner has scouted it out, but it is too late. It is the Shard and the Aegis to Fume, but it will be at the cost of Bulljax. Now Fume will man up on Filski. Filski is low. Fume turns Ultra Gunner, bashes Templar Assassin. Fadebolt kills
Oh my
2
God.
heroes! And now Fume will lose the Aegis. Ultra Gunner is forced to run during his BKB. Marshall is run in. The BKB is ending right now. The Pulverize will break some refraction charges, but Radiant need more. And more has arrived. It's Ursa and Kunkka bringing down Templar Assassin. That is a 3-for-1. Lost the Aegis grabbed and lost immediately. And the Shard for Fume. Another win for Nebula. suddenly the game, I mean, it was looking good temporarily, but it's not looking too good anymore.
Yeah.
I guess the one good thing is Dire didn't have to face AoE Doom. Astrid wasn't able to use it in that last fight. 2 fights ago,
Yeah.
but
You just speed bolted them, so.
it turns out Fade Bolt around is effective.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It is time for towers to die, by the way. The T2 top died a long time ago, and now it's time for the mid T2 and the bot T2 and the Dire side to perish. Mid T2 will be that first target, but Radiant are bringing in the bottom wave. They have a siege units on the way, so eventually both of these towers will die. But again, Dire do not want to sit back and let their game slowly... We're paused, by the way. But they do not want to sit back and let their game slowly be lost. They do not want to lose on Boljax's terms. They want to either win on their terms or lose on their terms.
This is a big timing. Invoker just got his axe.
You're right. Big
I don't
Kata.
know how effective it will be. They don't have much lockdown for the Kata to hit.
So you hope for some big brambles. Some real big brambles. That is a reconnection. Ultra Gunner wants to once again try. We're seeing tries in the chat. Right now, Dire of their eyes towards Marshall. They now see him. Doom is online, but not used on Marshall. Dire,
Is under attack.
back off. They see Camel on the high ground. He will take a curse crown. But in comes Marshall. BKB looking to pulverize the Undying. Undying will be the primary target of the Radiant so far, but he's still half HP. Did not even need to expend the Tombstone. Now in comes Camel. BKB ready. It seems like Dire will be happy with their disengage. They force out a BKB and they leave.
Booker also BKB'd.
Oh, I didn't notice that. You're right. That's a 1-for-1 BKB trade then. The difference is Marshall was still tanky without his BKB and Invoker. Okay, Invoker has 2.3k HP. It gets kind of tanky. Never mind.
He's got 2 strength items. BKB axe.
Oh, in the Pupils gift. I was wondering. There's no way he's this
Pupils.
tanky, right? He has plus 15 strength. That's why. That would explain. That's an extra, what, 300 HP from that? That would explain it. Solar Guardian, attempting to save Fume. Filsky doomed the Ursa. Dawnbreaker and Ursa are both half HP. Perfect terrorize there on 3. Marshall gets rooted as well. His fights with his ass for the Radiant so far. Fume, Boldax, both die. Filsky's man fighting. Jinx is low. Kunkka is being kited. He'll now BKB, hitting CB and Ultra Gunner, but again, Ultra is running down Camel. The Meld Strike, the right clicks, they're too much. Kunkka dies. A 3-for-0. Filsky may die, but again, he'll keep you away in time. There's no kill on Filsky. There's a root on the Acid Rain Rubik. Rubik will fall as well. That's a full 5-man wipe. Ultra Gunner with a triple kill. And somehow, someway, down 12k gold. Mrcrazyguy fan club demolished the team fights. That's a very improbable team fight. It was perfectly done there. It's perfectly executed.
Filsky was able to catch off Fume. Was able to do move before his enrage. And the Rage just came in one by one, trying to save him, and they die for it.
It's a very sloppy team fight, yeah. Understandably, you don't want to let your carry die, but sticking the fight in that fashion did not go in their favor. Camel, did he just walk up and get that ED rune in front of 4 heroes? He did, by the way. His BKB remains on cooldown, though, so Ultra Gunner is hitting him. He's FHP and Kunkka, both stuns on to Marshall on the backline, pulverizing the Undying. Kunkka is again trying to survive. Tombstone is being hit by the Radiant. CB is dead. Tornado hits on 3 heroes. Ultra is low. Jinx is low. Kata on the way. Will kill the Kunkka. Now a 2-for-1 in Dire's favor, but Fume runs in for Ultra. Refraction is being burned. He is out of Refraction, but he's melded. Is there detection? I don't see detection at all. Sentry is off the mark. The Sentry misses from Blowjacks. Somehow, some way, Acid's now dead. Radiant again are running forward. They keep on chasing the Metal Strike, but no, Ultra still gets slapped down. The fraction was not there. So now it's Dark Willow buying back, pulverize on Filski. Filski is dead. So is Bojax. Fume runs in. He's low on mana. Currently a 3v2, a two-man Curse Crown stun. Ice Wall, hook to the lane, the Terrorize. Will only hit on Ursa. Marshall again with a charge on in, finding Jinx. Jinx gets demolished by Trample. A lot of demolishing going on. Oh, the bash on Sev! And Sev will attempt the Deafening Blast out, but at this point, he is just too kited around. He'll might as before he dies. But wait a minute, Sentry Ward. He's walking into a Radiant Sentry Ward, though. And one more Pulverize brings down Sev. Absolute chaos outside the Roshan pit. I believe Radiant win that one. And Sev is instantly all talking about that one. What can you do?
Audibly pogged.
Audibly bugged. Audibly got a hernia. Oh no. I feel bad for Sev right now. We've all been there. It's sometimes that you just perish thanks to RNG in a skill-based game, and at that point you're just dead. What can you do?
Pseudo random XD.
Well, guess who's respawning relatively soon, knowing our pseudo-random luck? It's Roshan. It says a minute 30. It could be up to 4 minutes 30, but given the way that Ice Frog in his RNG has been favoring Bojax and the boys, it'll probably be live in about a minute 30 flat. But for now, we're seeing a fight in the Radiant side jungle. Filski will doom Rubik, Kata. We'll take away most of Camel Farmer's HP. Floor Guardian is the counterplay. Camel is still incredibly low now because these few runs in. Looking to back, Ultra gonna pulverize on Doom as well. Radiant kill 2 cores immediately. Bojax is still going to die to Curse Crown, I believe, but now Fume. Oh no, the cleave damage gets 2 kills and Bojax survives on less than 100 HP. That's a 4-for-1 win. And well, if you were Mrcrazyguy fan club, you may have briefly had hope, but the hope again has evaporated. What can you do?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
TA just melted. Oh.
Oh no, one more kill it appears. Sev will attempt the BKB out. And this time there will be no bash to kill him. Instead it's Marshall who's dropping very low. There is no glyph from Dire though, so therefore the Marshall will not die.
Dire's middle tower.
P3 dead mid. Dire again will attempt to defend, but they will be down Doom. It's on cooldown for 55 seconds. I believe Cat is still on cooldown as well. Cold Snap, Meteor. But Camel gets lifted away by Acid Rain, so Dire will still maintain their racks. They are down a T3 mid.
Oh no, are you gonna check it?
Oh no, guess who respawned early again?
Oh man.
I said it would happen. This is like back-to-back less than 9-minute respawns in Ursa game. And at this point, if you're Mrcrazyguy fan club, you must be incredulous. The game wants you to lose. Roshan's respawning perfectly for Fume. The Rune luck has been bad. The Bash luck has been bad. What more can you possibly do at this point?
Call it.
At this point, I mean, I don't think... Maybe they just do need to call it. I mean, the game refuses to let them win. Mid lane, Stolen Tornado is missed, but there is an X mark on Ultra Gunner. BKB is available. But it will not be in time. He's being chain stunned to death. Kata is the counterplay. Ultra now BKB. Filski will doom and run down Acid Rain. Camel BKB as well. Looking to fight in the middle of the fight. Filski's BKB is ending. However, at this point, the lives of the Radiant supports have both ended. It's currently a 4v2. Correction, a 5v2. And a 5v0. The remaining 2 heroes in the Radiant have disengaged the Ursa and the Primal Beast. It's a 3-for-0 win from Mrcrazyguy fan club. And again, you would expect these fights to not be going well with the way the last 2 fights have went, but again, the right initiation is all they need. Now Ultra will get a DD room.
I think Marshall was stepping on the gas too hard. Kind of just waited before his other cores could get there in time.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And somehow it's Marshall who doesn't die. It's the other heroes who die for him. Well, this is a bold play from Fume.
Oh my!
The blast break from Seb will keep him alive. Fume got a little bit too bold, flew too close to the sun. He'll lose 1 life, and he will have Big Kibby when he respawns here. He'll slot it in, but he won't Big Kibby for 3 more seconds. Meteor's on the way. Fume can Big Kibby in 2, but he's being changed on the death. His Big Kibby cannot get off in time. Now Fume is dead, and now Marshall is the new target. He's rooted up and brought down by Meld Strike. 2 kills for Filski. Seb turns to Bojax. Cold Snap is up in 7 seconds. Tornado stolen. It's used on 4 heroes, allowing Bojax to retreat. But again, that's the Aegis lost, and 2 more kills, and a gem on top of that, I believe. I don't understand, but Mrcrazyguy Fanclub, they're playing their best Dota. Dax up against the wall right now. Now it's again 2 more fights going their direction.
The blast rig value and Fume being a psycho. Oh man.
I'm not sure if he was ready for the blast rate, because he could have enraged that, but his BKB was, or maybe even Satanic did, but it was just too late.
He was not ready.
I think if he knew, if he was very mindful of it, he would have just purged off immediately, but I'm not sure if he was ready for it. He had bloodlust on his eyes, and apparently eyes were not on Seb's backpack. T2 mid is dead, by the way. Dire parlay that one into an outpost stick. So that one's now in Dire's hands, and at this point, they can even go for the spot T2 tower.
It's also a 7k gold swing. 8k gold swing.
Both of these I mean, the green line especially definitely does not know what it's thinking, but even the normal graph lines, I mean, this is a real up and down adventure right now. It's the rise and the fall of this extremely back and forth game. Whoa there! Do you see this play from Nebula? They're going entire into the top lane right now. They are uninterested in playing in the bottom lane. If Dire know this, they'll know there are no TPs available.
Dire's top tower
This is a really bold course of action here.
I'm very surprised. Like, I get it, they don't want to play into their vision, but they can just siege this faster than they can siege.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Seems like, I mean, Dire, I don't think Dire are the greatest idea, though, of where the Radiant heroes are. Look at their vision. They only see, I think they've only seen a couple heroes recently, so they will not force the issue.
Doom has Ags now.
That's big.
Kind of scary.
I am a big fan of the new Mags. I think it's real powerful.
I think it's okay and good against certain heroes.
Okay, Fuse a ninja gear. Okay, he's ready to hunt with the Abyssal Blade once again. He wants to again hunt these heroes down, and he has one more tool to do so. We are seeing tier 4 neutrals acquired by both teams. Neither have all 5 quite yet. They will be here very soon. Both teams will have a timeless relic. Dire put it on their Invoker, Radiant put it on their Rubik.
Both equally as scary.
It will be interesting for Seb, though. I know a lot of Invoker players don't necessarily like having Timeless Relic because it can mess with your muscle memory timings for your Invoker combos.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Seb actually gets rid of his. He doesn't want it anymore. He gets rid of Timeless Relic for a Quickening Charm.
And hopefully Jinx takes it. Along a Terrorize sounds really good.
It's on the Doom right now.
Dire's bottom
Oh, that actually works too. I forgot about that.
I'm not sure what these... Well, you know what the interaction is between the Self-Doom and the Timeless Relic?
bottom tower is under
It's not a debuff on yourself, so it doesn't last longer.
Okay. Then if he uses it on an opponent with the AoE doom, it still counts for longer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was pretty sure, but just want to double check.
I'm pretty sure.
That sounds correct to me. I will trust you on it. We are running out of outer towers to lose. Correction, we are entirely out of outer towers to lose. The last tier 2s have fallen on both sides of the map. And again, in the game state, it's relatively even. It's technically 5k in Radiant's favor. Which again, given there is a Doom and 2 Midases, and there were 2 Midases on the wait, Filsky sells Midas?
Yeah.
He did. But even though it's all this Midas gold and Devour gold, but you'd expect the 5k lead for Radiant to be bigger than it is. I feel that way right now. It feels like they're just playing this really hard game right now, momentum-wise.
TA has acquired a butterfly. I didn't even notice. It's gonna make it really hard to kill her now with Ursa.
Yeah, no MKB on Fume.
Oh,
He's
Fume
going
didn't take
Swift Blink.
the other 25 talent.
Ooh. He wanted the extra overpower attacks apparently over the allied buff. I guess some games it would make sense, but this game there's a lot of purges. Like if you get doomed or you get tornadoed. Either way you lose overpower attacks.
Yeah, he's also going Swiftling.
Perhaps a bit greedy, but we will have to see what ends up happening. Radiant are smoking a couple heroes. Torrent hits on Ultra Gunner.
Kunkka is can't buy the eggs. He's ultimate buyback.
Alright, so the one time that Dire have map control, it's a relatively middle-of-the-road Roshan respawn rather than a fast one. It's a bit under the median mark. It was a minute 12, I believe, so... You know, in that middle third of Roshan times, Dire go on Marshall. Marshall can BKB, will now use it. In comes Fume, whistling CB and demolishing him. Now it's Filsky, dooming himself, dooming both Ursa and Marshall. Cataclysm has allowed Marshall as well, and now the Doom again has moved over to Ursa Bear. Marshall is dead. Boat will not stun. Radiance begin to crumble, but they re-engage. The Marshall buyback. He's rooted again. Boldjax will not stun anybody. Camel is low HP, now uses the cheese. Cannot BKB and will BKB. Definitely blast with this arm Marshall, but it will not matter. Jinx is dead and Radiant. Despite using major buttons here to fight, Camel will die, but Radiant, wait, they're being caught. These heroes, they're dying with no buyback right now. They engage on Doom, but it's not working. It's Didax and everybody that matters, it appears. Dire buyback everyone. Marshall will die. Fume is man fighting his way out, killing CB, but it will be a buyback on Fume if he needs one more hit. Jinx comes in, the stun from Cursed Crown, the Bedlam, the meld, a buyback on Fume. Dire move to Marshall. He's half HP again on the run. He needs to survive. He has no BKB, and if he dies, there will be no buyback. Ultra Gunner will kill Boldjax. That too is a buyback over to Acid Rain. He's being run out by 2 heroes. Dies to Filsky double damage room. That's now another hero dead. And the last buyback from Nebula. Cannon Farmer will halberd the Templar Assassin, but again, Dire run this man down. The Cursed Crown will stun. Acid will attempt the save, bringing him away, but he's still rooted. The Tornado catches Kunkka. Has another dieback on Camel Farmer. That's 4 diebacks for the Radiance. And the lone defender is Acid Rain. And maybe he is the best Rubik in the league, but there's no way he can defend in a 1v4, and it seems like Mrcrazyguy fan club will bring it to a game 3.
Wow, I can't believe how they lost that fight. It looked really good for a while. And then TA was able to escape and just side blades and kill everything.
Look at Acid Rain, man. We just bought a gem on Doom. It's hilarious.
He stole war stuff? He stole war stuff?
He stole war stuff. I didn't know he could be. He stole war stuff. Right now, we're seeing Filsky and Acid Rain in a 1v1 as the remainder entire hit the tier 4s. Both tier 4s are dead. The throne is under attack, and at this point, the defense will be too late. There is no Glyph, there is no Ursa, there is no Kunkka. But there... Interesting engagement, but it will not matter, because we are headed to game 3.
killed him with the stolen war stuff.
It's a rare one right there. It's a real, a real rare interaction. I just cannot believe that Mrcrazyguy fan club pulled it out. Because they really, they pretty much lost this game. They were in such a poor position. And they made multiple miraculous comeback fights.
I think it was the second Aegis. No, that wasn't second Aegis. It was like the second time that caught Fume farming the topside jungle, and they all TP'd in one by one to try to save him. I think that was like a huge turning point.
You can even see it on the Fume net worth chart. I believe that flat line around minute 30 is that point in the game there. He's still pretty incredibly farmed, but the momentum, it was not good at that point.
Sorry, I looked at the graphs and started laughing at them. I think Radiant was just zigzagging everywhere.
You know, if you think about it, Dota Plus put at minute 0 a 100% chance for Nebula to win game 1, and they won game 1. Game 2, they put in a 100% chance for Mrcrazyguy fan club to win game 2, and they won game 2, so maybe they're right, Breezy. Maybe maybe they're right. But the exciting part is, you know what it means. It's game 3 time. The all-deciding game 3. And Mrcrazyguy fan club will have their choice. They choose Dire. I believe they chose Dire game 1 as well. So we're seeing the same thing every game. It's Mrcrazyguy fan club on. Wait, never mind. Game 1 they were on Dire. They were on Dire. In game 2 they're on Radiant. Wait, my brain's not working. Never mind. Not important. Both teams are ready. You're ready to go? Let's do this. Let's get some Dota 2 on our hands.
All right, let's see what crazy, wacky things that Marshall will do this game.
Wonder what Mrcrazyguy fan club banned.
Dire team ban.
I mean, they've been banning out Wyvern Enigma. They gave up Rubik, they gave up Primal Beast, and they beat both of them. So it's likely we'll see both through again. But
Maybe,
for the first time tonight, there'll be no one dying.
That's true, but I think they'll ban Primal Beast. That hero is too good at tempo. Like it actually caused so many troubles for them.
At the point now where they didn't ban a first phase, so if either team wants it first phase, it likely will be available, and it will be available. They ban out the Razor instead. So if either team wants Primal Beast, instead it will be Tiny. Tiny, the choice selection.
And Jinx is good at this hero. Makes sense.
10 seconds
Decent pick.
remaining.
And still be flexing mid. I still think it's viable mid, just not as a hard carry anymore.
Because how'd they respond game 1? Was it a... Oh, never mind. It's a different response. There was a Tiny game 1, but now it's a different response. We saw the Ember game 1. Now the Ember's back for game 3. It's Rubik plus Ember. The selections.
Dire team ban.
In the instant Void Spirit counterpick. You good on water, bath, and that sort of thing?
Yep.
You know what? I'm not going to gamble. I've gambled before and lost. I'm gonna go bath. I'll be right back.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Doom ban, expected. Nice Stalker ban, that's a good ban as well. Protects the Void Spirit a little bit. Tiny from comboing people, or to let them combo. No tiny toss saves.
10 seconds remaining.
Pieces Void ban.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Face the light!
Dawnbreaker again, huh?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
I'm back. Oh dear God, what is in the all chat?
I asked them what this artist was, and British Queen all of a sudden, and people are just going off about it.
Dear Lord. If I don't acknowledge it, it doesn't exist, right? I just close the all chat.
Yeah.
I didn't miss anything too crazy, by the way, did I?
No.
Yeah, Dawnbreaker picked some bands.
I'm kind of surprised about the Faces Void ban. Not really sure why. But I don't know how mid's going to be anymore. Void Spirit kind of got nerfed. Ember Spirit got buffed, so it might be a lot more Ember favored.
The Ultra Void is very good, by the way.
Oh.
It's very, very good. Last time I casted it, I had the classic Ultra Kill for Ultra Gunner line, which is a great one to hold in your pockets and enthusiastically say, you know, it's kind of a perfect
10 seconds
way to describe it for the man with Ultra in his name, but not today.
5 seconds.
At least not on Void. Now, I'm actually interested to see how this Lich performs. Because it's Ice Frog, right? Ice Frog has been buffing this Lich hero every patch for the last, like, 12 patches. Eventually, Lich has to be good, right?
I think the hero's been good. People just don't play it because it's Lich.
It's just certain heroes that just, like, sneakily get buffed and no one wants to play them. And eventually it's like, oh, wait, this hero's strong now. Like, Visage is a good example, right? Where they buff Visage for patch after patch and no one played him. It's like, oh, wait, this hero's way too good now, so start playing him.
5 seconds remaining.
You also have the signature Filsky Necrophos, by the way.
What a disgusting hero.
A real Filsky classic. When you think about Filsky Dota, you think strength heroes, especially Doom. You think Venno, you think Necros. This is a real Filsky Dota game right here. Speaking of signature selections, we get the Fume Jug. I believe this is the single most prolific hero of all time.
10 seconds
It's a hero that he loves to play. He was even trying to play it in some of the patches where Jug was putrid awful. Now Jug is pretty good, so maybe it's time to rock this one into that Necro lane, into possibly that Necro Tiny lane.
I don't think there's been a patch where Jug was ever really bad. It was just things where like, this is just better.
I remember, like, I'm not sure if it was 7.30 or 7.29, where Jug wasn't, like, complete dumpster, but he was, like, one tier above that, you know?
10 seconds remaining.
Where he was, like, pick a bowl, but just wasn't really good enough to pick, like you mentioned.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Third ban phase, almost done already. Alchemist,
Beastmaster.
Shadow Demon, Beastmaster are the bands of choice.
Dire team pick.
So apparently they don't know if it's a an off lane or a 5-pick last pick, so they ban out one of each just in case. And that Shadow Demon ban makes a lot of sense. It's very good in the Necro, so might as well ban it out. Boldex already played it this series, so might as well not give it to him again.
10 seconds remaining.
If an Onbreaker remains a flex, could be 5, could be 3.
Remaining.
Ended up being 5 last game, but again, you never know with Dota sometimes.
Radiant team.
Probably not going to be a 5 this game. Dawnbreaker, Jug lane against the Necro and Tiny seems kind of brutal. Unless they just all out on them at level 2 or something.
And it turns out we probably will see that lane because we see a Viper selected. Unless it's a Viper, it's Viper 5? Okay, it will not be Viper 5. It will be Viper 3 for Marshall, the Dawnbreaker 5 for Boljax. So back-to-back Dawnbreaker 5 games. And
Oh, that is a cool Lich skin.
oh, whoa, you're right. That is a really dank Lich skin. It's like... It's almost like a Lich King from World of Warcraft. Like, this is really cool
Yeah.
looking. Man, that is a really cool. I agree. I am distracted by the skin, but what we do have on our hand is our Dota game. I think I prefer this.
Yo, this guy
I think I
has
prefer the
no
dire
chill.
side
This guy has
draft.
no
What
chill,
are your preferences here?
I think they're pretty even. Ursa's going to struggle very hard, and that hero doesn't want to win lane, or like, but he still wants to like come out even the lane at least. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Mid, I think it's Ember favored. With all the buffs that he's gotten, he'll be able to rotate more than the Void Spirit. So I think it will just come down to which tempo is going to be faster. Also, I need to stop listening to this music. That fume linked. I can't do it.
Luckily for you, it is time because it's time for game 3. If you are just joining us, welcome for game number 3 of Mrcrazyguy Fan Club, taking on Nebula, aka Misu's Fist-Eyed Sippy. It is go time. My name is Badger. I am joined by the one and only BreezyR, and of course it is that all-exciting Game 3. Boljax and Company won Game 1, Mrcrazyguy Fan Club won Game 2, and in Game 3 should prove to be an epic showdown.
It's going to be a fight. Dyer's wanted to fight this.
It will be a 4-on-4 fight. Bilski and Fume not participating, but the remainder of the server is certainly going to be there. Radiant walk up already onto the high grounds. Through the stairs. Dyer did not spot it, but Dyer, they leave their own jungle. Like ships in the night are going to see a bit of a dodge on this one. Maybe we'll... Oh, we're seeing pings now. I think they may have barely seen something, somehow. We're seeing frantic pings, exactly where Radiant were. Ultra now sits in Roshan Pit. Walks out of it. Maybe I saw a tree die or something. Actually, I think they saw a tree die is what it was. Regardless. Radiant are now in an awkward spot. Marshall looks at the top rune in the jungle. CB is there. And CB will get the rune. It may cost him his life. He's slowed by 2 sources. And his life will be lost. But wait, there's just 2 runes. on the floor right now. Nobody's there. This is rude.
Just report Fume or sitting in his tower.
Yeah, Fume and Filsky is sat at tower. Neither went to rune, so there's just 2 runes sitting there right now. But neither team knows about this. I think now mid lane, I think yeah, the division will scout the rune, but importantly top lane, we're seeing a toss on Marshall, a 3v3 fight. Ultra dropping low, Marshall dropping low, Ultra on the run, Marshall hits Jinx, Radiant. They're splitting their attention to all 3 heroes. Now they move over to Jinx, but Jinx may now have escaped. He has tossed again and one, can toss under the tower if he wants to. Jinx tosses Bulljax under the tower. CB with Frost Blast, Bulljax hammers away with that Celestial Hammer. Big trade. I believe Radiant technically won the trade, but there is no death on either side.
Wait, I actually seen a try versus try.
I'm not sure if it's one of those temporary try v tries or if they're just going to completely 3v3 to the ends. But for now, it certainly is that try v try. Yeah, Bulljax now leaves. He's going bottom. Guess they wanted that extra kill there, and this time they did not find it.
Oh, he got body blocked. Unlucky.
Even then, Lithowski took a good bit of damage. He'll be forced to regen up. He has a Necro, so he has some passive regen in his pocket, but... Oh, he's a Bracer as well. He's fine. He's entirely fine. Mid lane, Ember Void. You said it should probably be Ember favored now, or?
Yeah, I think it's Ember favored now.
So far, it's been relatively even on CS mid. You know, it's 10 for 3 versus 12 for 1. Very even start there. I guess now that it's no longer a try v try, the silence have gotten a lot less interesting. Marshall wants to hit Ultra Gunner, but again, Ultra... He's sad. He's very sad. Wow, he's not having a good time at all.
Nah, there's a Viper in his lane.
He has decent CS, but despite that, it's not fun. I think... Okay, never mind. I'm sure Bulljax stacked that, actually. The small camp is stacked. Jinx and Bulljax both know it. And Jinx is disrupting Bulljax's pull. Trying to ensure... Wait, Bulljax is trying to pull anyways? Never mind. It's a perfect pull block. And as the pull block happens, we see a kill on Ultra Gunner top lane. Probably more important than the pull block.
Acid Rain puts the Sentry Ward down for vision behind the tower or the trees.
Real gamer play right there. Are you surprised that Fume is having a rough game the way he is right now?
No. He was solo against Necro for a while. Necro's one of those lane dominating heroes.
Makes sense, yep. We are seeing a water runes grabbed again, but unfortunately for Sev, he does not get either of the water runes. He will get the bounty rune, however, so I guess he'll be okay this time. Both mid laners get at least a rune. We're seeing Dire contest the small camp pull bottom lane right now. Jinx wants to go on Bulljax, wants to perhaps toss him towards Filsky. But will not do so quite yet. Look at Marshall's items. He has a Null and a Wraithman right now.
The Perks of First Blood.
Bit of a rare one. It's rare that you see that happen, but I guess occasionally on a hero like, say, Viper, it makes some sense.
Yeah, I
Not
do
spell
that on the
damage.
mid lane.
Mid lane.
You don't get
Toss,
spotted.
actually, toss him away from the remnant though. Cam will walk around the remnants. A miscoordination from Jinx and Seb ensures Ember will not die. He probably wasn't dying anyways, but with that miscoordination, it's a 0% chance.
Hey, actually just ruined it. Oh, never mind. Cal doesn't want to go for it.
That was costly.
We may see a kill top lane. Jinx. He's going to pull, actually. He's not going to go for the avalanche toss play. Dire saw the Rubik, but did not want to engage on him quite yet. Now in comes Ultra and CB. Frostblast will slow, but again, Acid is playing a little bit far away. Now in comes slow from Urshock, but again, Acid is just somehow not being gone on. They're scared of fighting the Viper. I guess this is why. Viper's doing a ton of damage right now.
Cam got the rune. Popped haste, and he didn't.
Seems like there will be no kill base rune quite yet, but... Alright, top lane Dire being zoned away in a 3v2. Bit of a sad state of the game right there.
Yeah, double melee into Viper. It's almost as bad as double melee to Necro.
Seeing, speaking of double melee into Necro, we're seeing Seth rotate bottom lane, but... Again, Dawnbreaker just too tanky, will not die, and... I guess the big winner of all is Camel Farmer, who's alone mid lane right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No, Ursa has decent CS for being in a Viper lane.
He's lowest among all the cores, but given the laning phase, he has to be pretty happy right now. It could be so much worse. Radiant, they'll recognize it right. Ursa has 29 whole lastits. They can't see that. They can smell the gold on his paws. They want to ruin his game further, so they bring a third hero top lane again. I think Dire are aware of that. They saw. I'm pretty sure they saw Boltex in the rotation. However, Radiant also see Jinx. Jinx will tank some damage, lift up on Tiny, but Tiny will toss the Bulljack's Dawnbreaker up in the air. So no shenanigans under the tower. They will just simply walk away and disengage.
Oh,
Marshall is diving for CB. Now turns to Jinx. Jinx again is being kited. 3 stacks of poison attack, 4 stacks. And that will be the death on Tiny. Now turns to Ultra Gunner, who has no enrage. CB will die. Seth comes in looking for vengeance. Viper the target. Assimilate step through. Marshall will die, but before that happens, Ultra Gunner dies. That's a 3-for-1, heavily in Nebula's favor.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm very surprised that Cam was just allowed to farm like this. It's a voice is making all these moves.
Scanning.
He's actually going straight axe, which
Top tower is under attack.
don't kind of agree with.
Now, at long last, Camel will leave the mid lane. He will join Marshall in breaking down Filski. Filski attempted a TP, testing if Camel had skilled chains. It turns out he has 1 point in chains. Now the Necro is dead. That's a very important kill. That's the highest net worth hero in the game right now. Now dead. That's a 1 hero 2 on Mrcrazyguy Fanclub, where you can say, wow, this hero is absolutely owning right now. He can be a big hero to fight around, but with that death, this game is now a bit worse.
The game state is still fine. Not for Ursa, but level 5 at 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to give him the tome, I think, which is never fun to have on a core, but you almost need it. Ursa needs it so badly this game. This game is so putrid currently. He needs to recover desperately.
I think they just give it to Lich, so they can just ult in a team fight and hopefully swing a team fight around because of it.
That probably makes more sense. Mid lane, oh no, Sev wanted the arcane rune, but was caught for his efforts. Unfortunate death there on the mid lane Void Spirits. It turns out it'll be Tiny grabbing the Tome, not the Lich. It will be a support for Radiant. Dawnbreaker grabs the Radiant side Tome. Avalanche from Jinx delays Camel running at Filsky, but again, Radiant have 4 heroes trying to kill Filsky. Filsky will activate his hood into Fairy Fire. Again, Jinx is low, will die to Fume and Acid Rain. Radiant have 4 top lane right now. They wanted to kill Necro, they will kill Tiny instead. A 1 for 0.
And they're gonna take the quad stack.
Wait, what? No, he's not dead. He's almost died. Now Seb steps in for Acid Rain. Steals Remnant, but it will not matter. Scythe will kill him. That's now 1 Scythe stack for Filsky. Camel will set us through. Seb steps through. Fume is spinning, and Boldax arrives. Filsky TP's away in time. Starbreaker off the mark from Boljax. But still, it is looking good for Nebula. They're up 9 kills to 2. They're up by 2k net worth, and Camel again wants to go under tower. Camel has 2 remnants. Does not want to use them, wants to simply use Sleight of Fist. CB will salve himself. He will delay his death, but cannot prevent it. Now a 10th kill for Nebula.
I'm very surprised he's not maxing Frost Shield. That spell did just get a pretty good buff.
And it got a rescale as well, so now if you max it out first, it's a buff, but if you don't max it out first, you're just stuck with this lower duration level 1 off field.
This will allow your Voice Spirit to like live in fights, be able to Frost Shield him when he goes in. Or Necro when he gets gone on. Like it's
Mid lane, there's a dive on Jinx. Stolen Avalanche was used, and now Jinx will die. Jinx is nowhere near his Blink Dagger right now, and with that death, he'll be further away from it. Radiant parley to kill into a very easy T1 tower siege mid. It's now 2 T1 towers taken. And currently Dire have taken 1 as well. The siege unit bottom lane ensure there at least will be a trade of towers there in mid T1 for their opponent's bottom T1. But again, Nebula are content with the game state, but they do need to keep on making plays. They cannot sit back and do nothing. They have to keep going here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Exquisite. Absolutely exquisite.
I guess the one good thing for Mrcrazyguy fan club, Jug is not that farm. He's more farm than Ursa, but he's not that farm. He's only at 4.9k at 13. He just got his Maelstrom. Not a fantastic timing. I guess when you compare it to the Ursa, you're content with it, but if Jug was really popping off right now, he would be a really, really big problem to deal with as well.
I think you're okay, knowing that Jug is more farmed than their mid and their safe lane.
Speaking of their mid, he jumps on the Camel Farmer Ember, but again, the Remnant away defensively means there will be no death. Camel is invis, by the way. Do Dire have a sentry in the ground anywhere? They have one over here, but he's nowhere near that right now. It looks like he's running at Sev. Sev is the hero who's alone right now. Radiant know it.
He's revealed.
Yeah, he revealed himself on the outpost. Probably accidentally, but what can you do sometimes? Meanwhile, mid lane, Avalanche again stolen by Acid Rain. Jinx is hasted, running into Boljax. Avalanche. Toss towards Necro. Correction, toss towards melee creeps. With Marshall being here, the Dire will disengage. Jinx will TP, the remainder of the team will walk. Camel. Goes for a slight chain. Sev dodges it with Astral Step. And nobody dies.
Thank you. I shall reconsider your word.
Ursa has acquired a 15-minute Battle Fury, so he'll be catching up soon.
Considering the start, not that bad. And Ultra knows he has to be very far in this game. Wants to get that sort of like later game timing with the BKB, the Blink Dagger, the Basher. maybe another item on top of that, and then at that point you could probably just blink in and even like man fight a jug. All you have to do is knock an Omni Slash, really.
Rubik is very close to blink.
Oh my. That makes sense he's going for it too. I mean, this is one of those games where your offlaner is a Viper. You don't have a great fight starter in terms of your offlane hero. You do have slight chains from Ember, which is a decent way, but you throw in like a blink lift or a blink stolen spell, and then it's like, okay, now we have means of engaging. You throw in a Solar Guardian on top, and then your Dota initiation is an initiation and not just walking in slowly. I should say more walking in at a moderate speed, but still.
Oh, Jinx is caught out.
Yeah, Jinx again wanted to farm his Blink Dagger, but in the 3v1 he'll eventually perish. The kill will go to Marshall. Radiance are attacking the top tier 2. It's not going to die quite yet, but it will take a solid amount of damage. If Dire do not defend it, though, it certainly will die. And right now there are no defenders coming, so this tower is going to fall. In the river, Camel goes for a solo kill on Sev, and with one more slight dodge, Sev will get away.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Top T2 is not denied. Filsky attempted a deny, did not succeed. Now Acid will stole an Avalanche into Lift. Solar Guardian is the next stone on the way, but Dire have TPs in. Now a 4v5 fight. Dire will have the 5. Scythe on Viper. He remains alive, but now he's dead. Scythe stolen. Use on Filsky. Filsky is dead. Now a 2-for-1 in Radiant's favor. Camel will remnant through. Meanwhile, on the north side, Avalanche and the Ultra Gun Recklix kill Balljax. Radiant won a... Actually, I think they won that. Even though it is an even trade hero-wise, they fought it with 4, and during all that, Fume was farming, and Fume is very content to farm right now.
He is very... Oh, he did get it. He has his Mjolnir.
Yeah, full Mjolnir, too. Throwing Manta after that, probably a Shard after the Manta, and then at that point, Fume is ready to play Dota 2.
Man, I need to read talents again. Like, press a 5% poison attack, magic resist reduction.
Let's think.
That's pretty good.
That would be 5% per stack, right?
Yeah.
So, wouldn't that just be with max stacks a 75% reduction in magic resistance?
Yeah.
Isn't that a lot? 75%?
Yeah.
Currently, he has not skilled the talent quite yet, but that might be in our near future.
Man, what other cool talents are there?
In this game, or just in general?
In this game?
I mean, there is a Dissimilate Outer Ring. That's just the old Shard.
I already knew about that one. Speaking of his shard, I actually like his shard a lot. And wait, they're doing Roche.
And they do have the Jug Healing Ward to, okay, where is it? Is it dead?
It's dead.
What did it die to?
Timer.
Oh, I see. A bit of a rough timing on the Roche attempt. Therefore, Radiance cores will be low in the pits. Dire scan, they're aware of this. If they time it perfectly, they can win this fight. Roshan might just be dying too fast. It's incredibly low. Filsky is walking in with a chain, delayed initiation. Camel will have the illusioner to get away. Roshan dies. Roshan is on the ground. Set, no, Acid gets it. So Radiant almost blundered away. Acid will ensure Set does not get it. And the stolen sight. Oh, this is wild. Now, Solar Guardian will stun CB. Jinx will attempt the run, but he too will die to Balljax. A double kill for Balljax. An absolutely bonkers fight. Acid Rain with Edis in hand will go for another huge dive on T2 tower for Filsky. Filsky will scythe Acid. Acid won't even die immediately. And the Omni Slash kills Filsky. That is just the wildest chain of events I've seen all series.
He just walked into the pit.
And Radiant almost blew it. They almost blew it there.
He just walked in.
Luckily, Acid is just too good at Dota. Because Bulljax and Fume were not ready for that one.
Ooh, oh, let's see. Ursa has Blink. I did not notice that last fight. 'Cause I was so busy laughing.
Understandable.
Hurricane Pike on Viper. Oh. Yeah, he's fine. Oh, wait, is he fine?
Actually, might not be fine. There is a Sev with Aghanim Scepter, but he dodges some step damage, Avalanche, Toss. That is enough. Camel will die. That's a lot of gold given up. Jinx is tanking the martial damage. He will... See, died of Bulljax, technically. It is now 1-for-1. And that appears to be the end of our fight.
Tower is under attack.
Man, that's looking like one of my deaths right there.
He was trying to remnant away, but his remnant was just so aggressively placed. I think he remnanted from, I think it was Ursa bottom lane.
Yeah, he was running away from the Ursa.
Here.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not sure if he knew that Seth had an Ags.
Oh, he's had it for a while.
He maybe, okay, he knew, I didn't know. But at that point, I guess you have to leave anyways, so... maybe you're better off just, like, sight chaining the Ursa and trying to run away.
We're throwing another remnant.
That as well.
Oh, man.
Seems like Camel is shrugging off his death. He's returned to the spot he's died to fight again. Pilsky, CB, and Jinx are aware of this incursion. But they'll be fine. Everyone will be fine for now. Acid, Blink lifts Sev. Sev will tank a Searing Chains. Jinx will Blink toss him away. Good save from Jinx. And now, again, everyone's fine. Dire smoke around. I think Radiant saw it. They pinged it immediately. I think they caught the edge of the visual animation on it.
Dire's middle tower is under
Marshall's in the low ground, so is Fume, but Camel is invis, breaking something. No, Dire find Fume first, Fume with Manta, and spin, just in time. Oh no, the Wombo combo, Jinx is dead. Pilsky is forced to TP, CB is dead as well, and now Camel will hunt Sev. Could assimilate to the north, attempting to run, but there is no way out but 6 feet under. You will join your two teammates in the morgue. A 3-for-0 trade, 2 kills per Camel Farmer, and it will be a very easy T2 tower mid.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Is that high ground time?
Yep.
Oh, Filsky
wow.
almost owned Fume there.
Yeah.
If Fume was like a 10th of a second slower on the reaction, he'd be dead right now.
Wow, Bulljax is incredibly farmed. Holy Locket, and he's like 900 gold off bags.
Yeah, that's the big thing you can compare this game, right? Look at Radiant supports. 6.5k, 6.4k. Dire supports 3.9k, 1.9k. Oh, 4CB. He is so poor right now.
He'll be fine.
Okay, I'm curious. What do you think is the worst steal for Rubik in the game? And I mean, not me in this game. I mean in Dota in general. See, I think he might have. He has overpower right now. Is there a single worst ability to steal with overpower? I don't know what that does for him. Maybe it's the Philosopher's Stone making it look worse, because I'm seeing Rubik hit 59 damage over and over. Oh, wait a minute, jump on Camel Farmer. He's brought in by Lich, still half HP, now sliding and remnanting. Bulljax
Dodge.
will engage in, stunning Jinx. Ultra gets lifted. The enragement was a short duration, but a Scythe comes in now on Bulljax. It is a 2-for-1. Pilsky got his Scythe kill, but Dire lost 2. Seb will assimilate in place, wanting to stand his ground, perhaps waiting for another step away. He'll look to step to the high ground, TPing. Is there vision? Remnant through, no kill. A good escape by Sev, but still a 1 engagement by Nebula. They did give up 1 more Scythe stack to Pilsky, but it does not matter. That's a very big kill on Ursa. So your Viper, you have plus bonus max stacks on Viper attack. That means you can get 8 stacks, correct?
Yeah.
So you just lower magic resistance by 120% now?
Yeah.
Isn't that a lot? Like I thought 75% was a lot, but you know, 120% is a lot more. How does that even work? Do you have negative magic resist? Do you just take more damage at that point?
You just take giga damage.
That's hilarious, actually.
I legitimately cannot think of a worse spell. I thought Stifling Dagger would be worse, but
It's got crowd control. It's got a slight slow. Let me think. What about
take aim. There we go.
Yeah, you're right. Take aim, because at least you get something of value to overpower, even if it's extraordinarily little value. Because take aim with no headshots means you're slower, right? You have less turn rates.
You can't even use it. You just...
You can. It's just detrimental to use it.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think that's the worst spell. I can't think of anything else.
Is there a single spell that's that detrimental as take aim? I can't think of one.
Dire are scanning.
It's good on sniper, obviously, but again, that's because you're a sniper with headshot passive. You don't have that on Rubik. Bottom lane. Oh, I see Camel. They have a sentry ward on the floor. They are aware of the Invis Ember. They lock him down. They still can't kill him. He's just too tanky.
What?
Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a big kill if they got it, but they lacked the damage.
Holy Locket Ags. Dawnbreaker.
Now at this point, Filsky will get bashed down by the Jug.
Jinx dies because
Unfortunate.
yeah, this Dawnbreaker is very, very farmed. He's 300 gold behind position 4 and 5k ahead of his counterpart.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest gap in the game position-wise, yeah. Because no other hero is that far ahead of their counterpart other than Bulljax. Even Fume, who's #1 net worth, is only like 3.5k ahead of the Ursa. Ursa's doing alright for himself.
Dire's bottom
Versus Lich. Poor CB.
He doesn't have a shard, actually.
Huh, you're right.
I thought that was like a very common.
Alright. It is very common for sure, but what is a little bit less common is Alternate Soul killing Acid Rain that easily. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
He got caught, he got silenced by Mindbreaker and died.
Oh, okay. Mindbreaker, okay. I was like looking at his eye and I was like, how did he kill him?
Just walk up, Mindbreaker, slap him, he's dead. Yeah, she blinked in, but still. Guess who's back soon? It's Roshan. Not gonna min in 18 seconds. This time, a relatively late Roshan respawn. Dire are smoking, perhaps to the pit. It could be alive. And one thing, it's around the average respawn time right now. Instead, they'll find Bulljax. Correction. They won't find Bulljax. Correction, they'll definitely find Bulljax. He's incredibly dead right now.
Well, it says Roshan will respawn, not may respawn.
He will. If it's will, it's his will. Like if it's the red circle, it's within the first 8 minutes, and we don't know when it's going to spawn yet. The yellow one it's definitely going to spawn at this exact interval, which in this case is like it's nearly 11 minutes. It's a very late respawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really spectate games.
Luckily for you, I do. I spectate a lot of games.
Well, Marshall's opted for a nullifier. I actually like that. That's pretty good. There's Ghost Shroud to purge. There's Ice or Frost Shield to purge. Pretty good item this game.
To be fair, if you call the Ice Shield, I would not have noticed. Makes sense. I mean, there's already there's an Ice Spire. They're all Ice named anyways, so I would have believed you if you said Ice Shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ice Armor, and then I was like, wait.
That's the Ogre neutral one, right?
It is now, yeah. That was Lich's old spell.
Back in the day. Wait a minute. Bash, Mindbreaker as well on Jug, but Bulljax will absolutely save him. Jinx gets, I think there's another stolen scythe on that one. Now Filski is on the run. He'll get stunned, he'll get broken. There is definitely no way out of this one. Tried the TP, it wasn't even cancelled, but I guess a death is a way of canceling a TP. That's 2 heroes dead, Necro and Tiny. Radiant will get a free Roshan now.
Bulljax is on top of his game, man. He popped an Adderall before it.
Yeah, for a long
Even
time,
back-
Bulljax is one of those, like, kind of like, you know, lads players, low MR, but he's like 6.5k now, man. He's
Is he?
yeah, maybe he's like 6.4k. He's like well in the 6k. If you're wondering, both the Aegis and the Shard to Fume. A bit greedy from Fume not getting the Shard until minute 31, but, you know, he has it now, so that's another big power spike.
Treating Bulljax like his little dog, man. Giving us clarity. Hold on to this for me when he has backpack space.
You know, it'll get back eventually, I'm sure. Well, T3 tower top lane again will be the target. It's half HP. CB will frost armor it. Ultra blinks in, does very little damage, and now walks away. Fume again is on the siege. Walks up towards Ursa, zones him away. Gets gazed in by Lich. He'll now Manta. Solar Guardian the next play. Avalanche is on 2, but Camel is BKB, killing 2 more targets. And Omni Slash will kill Ultra Gunner as well. Tiny buys back, but it's just too late. Sev has died. Speaking of Sev, he'll buy back as well, but so far it's a 4-for-0. Radiant still have an Aegis. And Dire are going to struggle to take down this entire Radiant Death Ball. Sev, oh no! He gets bashed immediately on Sev! That's a dieback!
Yeah, that was really good on Acid Rain.
Oh. That's unfortunate. The lift and the bash.
He casted Avalanche right before he dashed in.
Avalanche, jeez. He's died so fast. Well, this one's over, isn't it?
Yep. 30k gold lead.
Just step in. Oh!
Yeah.
My god, Acid Rain Dota! There'll be one more defense. The problem is there's really no Void Spirit. He's at for 31, and Lich can't fight back either. So, we're going to be fighting 3v5. At this point, if you're Dire, you have to know you're lost, but they're going to attempt to defend anyways. Ultra will go towards Ember. Ember is low. Ember will get away with the remnants. Meanwhile, Scythe gets no kill. Filski will die. He has no buyback. Fume runs all the way to the fountain, and there's your G's in the chat. That's a 2-0 win there for Mr. Spitside Sippy. Sorry, 2-1. Jesus, I'm messing up tonight, but again, after victory. Man, that was a one-sided game, man.
Yeah.
Just an incredibly one-sided game. One of the more one-sided games we've seen in this qualifiers. It dragged on for a full 33 minutes, but this game felt over from, what, minute 25 probably?
I think around the 15. It's like when I think it was like when Tiny got the book or the tome, they like took a team fight, and that's when the team fight like went downhill kind of it.
I wonder how the other spheres are going right now. Time to open 2 more streams. See what's happening. See what to raid. At this point, though, we are going to... You got any more analysis for us, BreezyR?
I think Who was that? Hazard played great all 3 games, in my opinion. I can't check the past 3 games. I want to see like all the stats and stuff.
You can go through the tickets if you want to do that. If you go to watch, then watch now. Go to tournaments, amateur. Type in lads. Type lads wrong. Type in lads, and you can go into view, and then you can open up the BO3 and open up the individual games there from there.
Okay, that's cool. I hit watch.
You watched the game on accident?
Yeah.
Oops. What can you do sometimes?
Yeah, because his Marauder arrows, like he was hitting them quite often. Both Rubik games he played extremely well. I think he was just the best player of the game or all the entire series.
I'm being messaged by Math Magician in my chat.
Is he making fun of me?
So apparently there's some drama going on in the other series and the Twitch chat. I don't want to be involved in that. That doesn't sound very fun. I'm a humble caster.
Ah, I see.
I'm a humble caster. I'm not involved in this lads drama.
I look at it and it's like, oh, okay.
Thanks for coming on though tonight, BreezyR, for this 2-1 victory for Nebula over Mrcrazyguy fan club. You got any final words, call-outs, shouts to say to the people of League of Lads and twitch.tv/BadgerPablo?
Shout out to Karan for always being a little rat, you know? Shout out for Wage for killing my team. I think that's it.
Alright then. Interesting shoutouts, but I'm going to wrap it on up. I'm going to go raid Math Magician, who's currently in Game 3 of casting the Whatever versus Drayden Fan Club series. Wait, this game looks incredibly over. I'm pivoting. I'm instead going to raid Teddy, who's casting the Sus versus Polar Ass series. We're going to pivot. We're going to pivot on this one to the much more competitive game. My name is Badger. I'll be back for some more lads casting at some point quite soon, I'm quite sure. Don't know when yet, but it will be soon. For now, though, to the viewers again, if you want me to hire... If you want to cast your games, cast your tournaments, if you're a pro TO looking to hire me to pair with Logical or the NLS of your choosing, contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2, or on Discord, BadgerNer5713. Again, viewers, thanks for tuning on in, and as always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.